Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome to another crazy Ewok stream. We are back in Genshin Impact today, and we're going to continue the story. YouTube's interface, the live streaming interface updated, and things are different. And whenever things change, it brings me anxiety. Usually there is a status and tells you how many likes you have, how many viewers you have, and just a little visual cue of how your bitrate and transfer is shown. And then there's another graph. It looks like they changed it so that they moved it from one tab to another, so if I want to view both informations, I would be switching tabs, whereas before both of it was just up at the same time. But then I've noticed in the past that the concurrent viewers on one element of the UI is not consistent with the other. So I don't know which one to trust this entire time. So maybe now it's just time for me to just tell myself that I should trust this one that they're trying to show up front instead of the one that's hidden in the other tab. So yeah, I'm just let's just log in. Let's get in the game here now. I got myself a little bit of a Coca-Cola here on a weekend. Hola. Okay. Whoop. Go meet Columbina. What do we got here? So, Nocturne of the Far North, Song of the Welcome Moon, Act 5, Ripples That Will Never Reach. Go meet Columbina. After reaching and understanding, you decide to head back to the Silver Moon Hall to ask around about what kind of gifts Columbina likes. Okay. So yeah, this is what I'll be doing today here. There's been this. I know I in the past I've kind of not made fun of, but expressed that I didn't really like that they kept adding these mini games essentially as events. But this one was actually kind of fun. This one was a little the little bit of time you need to spend to just hit these finches around in a pinball style kind of game was actually a lot more entertaining than I gave it credit for. So or I would have normally given something like this credit for. So yeah, there's this going on right now. I guess we're still continuing this. I don't think this has changed. Yeah, I think this little verbiage here is still the same. I don't like the FOMO stuff, and one of the things I realized, there's so much information now packed into this, but I don't even know how much is useful. There's quick start available. This character's name is Durin. It's a pyro, 5-star. It's an outfit preview, seeing that this is supposed to be different, and all these rewards. The thing that when I at a glance at this, I'm like, oh, it's just a new character quest. The thing that kind of got snuck in there is this right here. You will need 5 calendar days for your quest experience. Please plan your time accordingly. And when I read it, I'm like, I gotta do this for 5 days. I can't just sit down and do this whole thing. I hope it's not dragged out. If it's you log in one day, you get a little a 20 to 30 minute little story section, and you do that 5 days in a row. That I think I'll be okay with. But if it's 5 days in a row of just 2 to 3 hours of gameplay, well, I guess 2 to 3 hours of me streaming time, because I rant and ramble and waffle between dialogues and stuff, right? But yeah, I hope this is not going to be too bad, but I don't know. I guess this is more of an aside than anything. We are still doing this, and there's a moon festival, moon prayer night or something like that, when the moon in the sky, it's daytime right now, and also the moon in the sky right now isn't even the real moon. That's kind of interesting, right? The people here has established, I wonder what the backstory is. So the people here is having a festival for what they deem the moon being closest to Teyvat, right? It's however the orbit works, it just kind of works out that way. Every so often, periodically, the moon gets really close. The powers of the moon is felt in this land specifically. I don't know why it's not felt anywhere else, seeing as how you'd think the moon affects the entire planet because it is rotating or orbiting around the entire planet. But for whatever reason, the moon's powers only affect this area. Well, just hand wave that, say, oh, it's because this place is special. I don't know. They've learned to channel those powers more than the other places or something. But from what we understand, the people here don't even know that the moon they're seeing is fake up in the sky. And the moon chanter Lauma is like the only one who really understood, because she has a deeper connection with the moon mirror, or not just moon powers in general. And she's known that the moon she sees in the sky is not the same moon that she's feeling with her bones. Does that make sense? And again, I guess Columbina here is also in that same boat. She is literally the moon goddess for that moon. So how did this come about then? Is it just a lie perpetuated by the moon people here? They're like, oh, it's because the moon is close. And just by visually, you see the moon in the sky. So we're just going to say that's the moon that's close. Or how did they even come across that? Or are they saying like whoever designed the fake moon designed it in a way where it like just pretty much simulates the distance of the real moon? Except it's just like displayed on a screen. So it's like a video of the moon. Instead of the actual moon itself that's being shown to the world, in a sense. I don't know. But yeah, the moon is close, though it is not the moon they think about. It's the moon that they think it's the moon that they see, but there's actually another moon. But then at the same time, it doesn't matter, because that moon is also the real moon is also close, which is why all these places is getting all these phantoms and stuff appearing. Due to the moon's powers. And I don't know if I explained that very well. To be honest, I don't really understand the underlying story and how things work itself. I thought about this a little bit, like this, the shower thoughts, I guess. I think the reason why I'm not enjoying a lot of the stories in this area and in Natlan is because a lot of the explanation for like the power system, like magic and whatnot, is not explained very well, unless there's like side quests that I haven't done yet that they kind of dive deeper into it. But if you think about here, the whole moon thing and the Kuvaki and like the magnetic similar Kuvaki, I guess this area kind of illustrates it, the red and the blue, similar attracts or similar, is it different attracts and similar repels. So there's like that like game mechanic side of this power, but like it's not really explained very well in the lore, at least not yet. Maybe they'll dive deeper into it, but I'm not confident in that, because the phlogiston here in Natlan I feel like wasn't really explained very well, and also the Night Kingdom wasn't really explained very well. It's just like, oh, you just got to go with it, and then like you just gotta like suspend your disbelief and just go with it. Like, oh, everyone in this place specifically, for whatever reason, when they die, they don't go to whatever afterlife everyone else go to. Like, specifically in Li Yue, Hu Tao is, like, known to be, like, the person who is connected to the afterlife of this area, right? She always goes to, like, the place in between or whatever. And she can see spirits and people who've died and the spirits of the people who've passed away. And a big part of her job as like a funeral funeral director, is that she kind of manages all of that aspect of like life and death. But then these guys have their own, so that kind of begs the question, is like they have their own. And I think Hu Tao, there was a story where Hu Tao was in, maybe she was just looking around. They don't really tell you anything about afterlife here or here, especially since the Archon is like not alive either here. Like, what happened there? What happened to her spirit, if that exists or not? But yeah, the people here, they go to the afterlife, their own specific like private server afterlife, and the Archon here can bring them back to life using the Archon powers. A lot of that is just like, I feel like, so out there and not explained very well, and there's not a whole lot of foundation logically on how things work, and it's just like, I found that, like, I think foundationally that's the reason, or one of the reasons, why I couldn't like get into the stories here and here as much, at least here so far. We're just told like the moon is giving them powers, and yeah, we'll just go with that. The moon, there's moon marrow. Moon marrow is powerful. Moon magic. And we're just supposed to go with it. Like, I felt like they did such a good job. This whole thing is about freedom. So, like, it was very interesting because freedom is not like a power. In some sense, it's like a power, but it's not like a energy level, key energy or something power, right? It's like, oh, everyone here believes in their freedom. It's like a idealism, human kind of like thing. And they also, when we were in here, they also had to introduce like all the other things, right? Like Archons and Adeptus, I guess Adeptus for down here, and all like those other immortal and powerful beings. And they also introduced the vision, which they like slowly got into. And it kind of came to a climactic story beat, when we got here with the visions. And I thought that was like really, really well thought out. In terms of lore, I don't know if it's well executed in terms of just like the storytelling. I'm still like kind of thinking like the storytelling in this game is like a 6 out of 10 on average. But like the lore behind it and everything, like, oh, there's if you are ambitious enough, if you have motivation, if you have the luck, sometimes you might just be gifted with a vision that gives you powers to enact your ambitions and achieve your motivations and goals and stuff, which is like, that kind of story I feel like is way more interesting. And when they came into here, where the Archon was like getting rid, like taking away people's visions without really knowing the effects of it, and then like we get all these stories about people losing parts of themselves, like literally, I guess mentally, when they get their vision taken away. And also it's like embedded into like the statue here, which is a little bit on the would you call it humanitarian for something like that? In this world, I would probably call it inhumanitarian. That's like ripping someone's heart out and then sticking it on a statue or something. In our world, that's, at least, maybe I'm exaggerating, but that's kind of the how I see it if you take someone's vision. But yeah, there's this whole like vision thing, and it was like there's like explanation, like, oh, the gods here give you, but I guess some people might argue that, oh, but the gods and the whatever, the Archons and whatever the Gnosis is also, that foundation is like very hand wavy, suspend your disbelief too. But I don't know, maybe a lot of that hand wavy, suspend your disbelief stuff is like adding up now. Once we got here, that is like, you can't have that much and keep us just like interested in the story. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, so yeah, the magic systems in some of these areas was well, or maybe some of the laws and stuff, like, this is all about contracts right here in the Yue. Contract is law. And this place was all, I guess there was like a dictator, like a malevolent dictator, Raiden Shogun, the robot who doesn't really understand humans. And then there's Watatsumi trying to fight against that. There's like, I don't know, there's more relatable stories previously. Oh, and here it's like really interesting with the Akasha. It like touches on like social media and internet and everything, where like these people, the Academia is trying to control people through the Akasha. And I guess you can kind of think of like, oh, the Akasha is built from Nahida's like Archon powers. I feel like that is easier to suspend my disbelief. Like they're explaining it like, oh, Nahida is the Archon of wisdom, and tapping into that power, I guess wisdom and dreams, tapping into that power, you get this Akasha technology where you get like access to like information in terms, I guess that's like intelligence and wisdom, and then also you can use that to like further your dreams kind of thing, right? So there's like a lot of interesting, like, it's not hard to suspend my disbelief with the power system here, with the Akasha, with the Academia trying to use it to control the people and have and like maintain power and push their weight around and pretty much like oppress the people here. And some of the people here don't even know they're being oppressed, right? That's like the commentary to society and stuff that are like behind the layers of the storytelling that you can kind of see that they were going for, like the devs, the writers. So there was like really cool, interesting here, and like this part was all about like King Desret's like curse, right? Because he decided to look at forbidden knowledge and stuff, and yeah, sure, forbidden knowledge is a little bit hand wavy, but the concept of it is like a lot easier to kind of logically understand and build off of it, and how that relates to like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata back in the jungly area. Those are good stories, but when we got here, it just became so, I don't know. It's like, oh, there's all these cultures. Aren't they all cool? It became so shallow, I guess. That's like maybe the best word to describe it. There's really not too deep. And a lot of the stuff in this story revolved around like a, I don't know, I'm gonna say, some people might like this character, but I didn't. The Teplethlasaur that adventured with you with a lot of the foundational stories in this area, I felt like that was a bit of I didn't really like that they did that. I kind of wish they had playable characters be involved in those, right? Like it would be the playable characters like story quests that kind of pushed some of these areas stories and everything, but no, it was all revolving around this like random like baby dragon thing that is the chosen one, and he's special and he's like super cool. And I don't know, I couldn't relate to that. I guess it really felt like once they got here, they were really pushing the story, the design, the colors, and everything for a younger audience. Whereas I felt like back before Natlan, a lot of the stories was maybe like in the teens, young adults. Like a lot of the themes about like Venti and freedom, and how like this one guy has feeling so much guilt that he couldn't save his friend during like an expedition, and he's felt so much guilt that his mentally like became his friend, and that's like pretty interesting story. There's a story about a robot that essentially became intelligent, that like I think lives here with Tainari. There's like a whole like the stories was like, I don't know, there's like more deep stuff, whereas here it's like, look at these cool people. Look at these cool people. They do this gimmicky cool thing. They do this gimmicky cool thing. And it's like very shallow, very simple, simplistic. It's like aimed at kids. They did try to get a little deeper with some of the other like world quest chains and stuff, but they were just so long-winded, and it involved that dinosaur guy that it was like really, really hard to just like follow. And yeah, I feel like they're doing kind of the same thing here. Though I do feel like even though the story here was like really bad, this is still like a little bit better, but it's not as good as some of the stories that was happening previously, in my opinion, right now. But yeah, okay, enough ranting. I guess I really wanted to get that off my chest. Just like, I'm really sad that I'm seeing the game's progression kind of like go at a steady decline in terms of quality in the story and stuff. And it makes me sad. I want this game to be good, but it's not. It's getting... at least... the silver lining is at least this is a little bit better than here. So maybe as we get more updates and stuff, they kind of stumbled a bit here, and now they're like building up their stride again. I mean, like, if you take a big set of data, right, there is going to be like a lower end and a higher end no matter what. So so yeah, that's my cope, okay? I'm just going to think like, oh, they kind of just like experimented with a lot of stuff here that didn't work out too well. So they're going to have to re-steer this giant ship again in another direction. Hopefully the devs and stuff see and listen to the player sentiments, because I feel like I'm not the only one with this kind of like feeling with the quality of the game right now. So yeah, anyway, let's go to Columbina. Enough ranting. Let's do the story. Can I just go here? Alright. Alright. We just walk through all her... They have like this nice little path. Well, actually, no, there isn't a path. It's just water. But you just walk through all her like nice plants and stuff. Oop. I couldn't pick up all the stuff.
Columbina, we're back!
You can be Mozart.
Huh? She's not here.
I can't sense her presence at all.
Weren't there a few Kuhenki here last time too? Where did they all go?
Maybe she took them out for walkies?
Walkies? For Kuhenki? You're not pets, you know. Oh, well.
Yeah, they
looks
float,
like we just came
Paimon.
at a bad time. Let's try again tomorrow. There's still a few days until Moon Prayer Night, so we're in no rush. Besides, she needs time to rest anyway.
What? Why do we keep saying she needs time to rest? I thought we restored her power. It's just that she's kind of like, in a sense, like we pretty much recharged her battery. If you think of her as like a smartphone, she was maybe at 20%, and like the warnings are saying like, oh, you gotta like start doing battery saving. You gotta turn off Bluetooth, you gotta turn off data and whatnot, and hopefully you can still receive texts and calls and call emergency. But you gotta conserve your battery. That's what she was at before. And then when we got to the point where both Arlecchino, us, and I guess her, well, I guess she's still weakened because she's kind of separated from her actual like moon. But we juiced her back up to 100%. It's just that she's no longer plugged in, so she's starting to like lose power again. But then I feel like not that much time has passed, so maybe she has like everything turned on. She has like Instagram running in the background. She has a bunch of like Chrome and their tabs open that's like taking up memory. She has like a lot of background like apps in the background that's just like stealing her data and stuff and just like draining her really quickly. And that's why we keep thinking like she needs rest, or at least Paimon thinks she needs rest. Fair point, let's go. Ooh, this place is nice. Did she build this herself?
Columbina, are you back yet?
Wait, what? Are they saying some time has passed?
Oh, how strange. Looks like she still isn't here.
This is a bit odd.
Right? It's not like her to spend so much time outside. Especially since she's worried about attracting unwanted attention.
By the looks of it, she hasn't been back all day.
What about Luonatar? Luonatar, you there?
Wing! Question mark?
Hey! Do you know where Columbina went?
Exclamation mark.
Sorry, didn't understand. But if you know where she is, could you take us to her?
Sounds like an I don't know either to me.
Yeah, that's even stranger.
Paimon, look, the flowers. Are they dying?
What about 'em? Oh, that's not good news.
Oh, they grow brighter when she's powerful, right?
They change color when Columbina gets weaker, right? And they look super pale right now.
Let's go. We've got to find Lauma.
Good idea. She might know what's happening.
Ah, it's you. How is Kutar? Is she okay?
She's missing. She has visited the Frost Moon Scions. Has she visited the Frost Moon Scions?
No, she hasn't.
Aw, man.
I came here to check on her after I noticed the flowers had changed color.
Oh no. Did she have indigestion?
Based on past precedent, she must be very weak right now.
What? She drained her
Even getting
battery
up
that
to
fast?
walk would be a struggle. It seems unlikely that she wandered off outside.
Not to mention that she doesn't do that at the best of times either. So yeah, this is super weird.
Has anyone approached Silvermoon Hall lately?
No. Very few people are in the know about Kutar's whereabouts. And if anyone suspicious had visited, they'd have left some sort of evidence. Come on, let's go to Nasha Town. If anyone has seen her, someone there will know about it. It's Nod Krai's information hub after all.
Makes sense. Let's go!
Let's go. Okay. Columbina is missing. What's up with that? Okay, there's a teleport here. Yeah. Actually, I do have... Oh, this is a long one. I guess I can show the browser real quick. Zoom in. We are at Go to Nasha Town to collect intel. Where's that? Go meet... Oh, we're only on step 2. Okay. This is gonna be a long one. Get rid of the browser. Okay, we're back. Woo! Go to Nasha Town, collect intel. Have anyone seen Columbina? They're like, who's Columbina? She's the moon girl. You mean Lauma? No, the other moon girl.
Wait a moment. Is it just Paimon, or is this stall kind of suspicious? It's never been here before, right?
Suspicious stall, you say?
No, I don't recognize it.
Alas, your free and easy adventure time is over. Now, prepare to face the final boss of Nod Krai.
Whoa! Where'd that voice come from?
I don't know what you're talking about, Paimon. I didn't hear any voice.
Not sure, but it's definitely hostile.
Gosh darn it, Lauma, play along.
No, not that way. The final boss is right here.
A badger?
The
Mole?
sniffer mole?
That's the final boss? Surely not. Also,
That voice is a little familiar.
Okay, the jig is up. I'll stop teasing you. Turn around. I'm right behind you.
Oh.
It seems I've managed to leave quite an indelible impression, even though you've never seen my face. Oh, nothing could make a great mage more pleased with herself.
Alice, great adventurer of the realms. Oh, she broke the fourth wall there. Dodogo King, defender of old Mondstadt, etc., etc. She has many titles. But most importantly, mother of the most adorable Klee. Okay, so that... Oh, she's got Klee's, like, special eye. Wait, does Klee have special eyes? For some reason, I thought... Am I remembering correctly? Does she have special eyes? But woo! We actually get to see... We get to actually see Alice. She's part of the story now. Nice. Oh, she has a pyro vision. Very nice. She's kind of the one thing I've been looking forward to for this entire update. Or the one character.
What is going on?
I'm not sure.
I've heard that all the big shots in Teyvat have long, wordy titles that stun people speechless when they make their entrance. Unfortunately, none of them are affiliated with the Hexen Circle, and we ourselves keep a very low profile. The notorious name-dropping doesn't quite work for us. Still, I, for one, think I'm really quite amazing.
Did they change her voice acting? Or I guess maybe they changed her voice actress, because she sounds very different. She sounds like she's like trying to hide like a UK accent of some kind. maybe the voice actress for her is like kind of grown up on the internet, so her accent sounds really funny.
So that didn't stop me from coming up with a title anyway.
Because when you grow up on the internet and you hear like many different ways to speak English, you might not pick up a specific accent too much, right?
Alice! It's really you this time? Not a lantern or a Dodoko, but Alice in the flesh?
I think you're gonna have to try and sit on her head or something to see if she's real.
Oh, that's right. So, what do you think? How does it feel to finally meet me?
It feels alright, I guess.
You look like...
You can think, you look so young. You can make her like sound really creepy. You look just like Klee.
Oh, that's the first thing you thought. A little surprising, but that actually makes me very happy.
So who's Klee's dad?
Because that means that when Klee grows up, she'll be just as stunningly beautiful as her mother.
Who's Klee's father? Or is she like... She's like single cell, like she's a single cell organism and she just kind of like, is it mitosis or something? She just split into a littler version of herself.
So she's a friend of yours?
She's the mother of a friend of ours. We don't really know her all too much.
Kind of. This is actually the first time we've seen her in person.
I see. Madam Mage, that was, quite a powerful entrance.
Now she's
I
got like,
certainly won't be forgetting it anytime soon.
what is that, like a highlight in her hair, or did she like dye specifically? Yeah, this is interesting. Her hat isn't even like a hat; it just floats around her head.
It's okay, Lala.
I guess that's how
don't force it.
Paimon's crown
Paimon will do
works.
the honors. This is Alice from the Hexen Circle. She's a friend of ours. And of Arcus, too.
She's helped us a lot in the past.
That's right. She's a good person. Just kinda unpredictable.
She is a chaotic good.
Well, what is the human heart if not unpredictable? Hmm? If we could not do as we please, how would we differ from machines?
I am Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, I know. Before you got here, I spent a good, 15 minutes getting up to speed on Nod Krai's present situation. In other words, I've read the whole in the last episode part, so we can skip the pleasantries.
Oh, she breaks fourth walls, it seems like.
Fair enough. Well, Miss Alice, I can already tell that you have quite a unique personality.
He'll get used to it. Paimon sure is. So anyway, what are you doing in Nod Krai, Alice?
Oh, I thought I told you already. This time, I'm the final boss.
Okay.
And what a formidable foe I shall be. Powerful, confident, decisive, and good luck finding my weak spot. You will never succeed.
Ooh, she's challenging us to find her weak spot. I'm going to send a formal request for Jean to put you in solitary.
Oh,
Ah, we found her weakness.
my one weakness, and you found it in an instant. Fate has been dealt a devastating blow. Thus falls the great Dodo King.
She's the Dodo King?
Why are you playing along with this nonsense?
Oh, we got nothing else better to do.
For funsies, of course. What's wrong, Paimon? Are you disappointed in me? Am I a gigantic letdown?
No, it's just you seem like a busy lady, and this is the one.
Why
time
does she
you've
seem
done
like
it
a
in
busy
person.
lady?
Paimon figured it would be for something more high stakes than just goofing around.
This is like the one thing that like happens a lot in this game, where you get introduced to a character, or they offhandedly like talk about a character and try and tell us like this person is this way through dialogue, through exposition, but then we don't really know, like we don't really get any ideas as to like what's making Paimon believe that she's a busy lady. Like, what have we heard that she's done, right? Aside from just like general exploration and adventuring, we haven't really heard any like stories of her adventures all that much, right? Except she's in like a super organization that of witches. Is it witches? Yeah, her Hexen Circle. She goes on adventures. She's so like dedicated to her adventuring that she's even okay with leaving her child completely like parentless in Mondstadt. Like, how do we know she's just not like finally going away and just like, I don't know, just partying and like, and then going on the internet all day and doing nothing? So there's one of those things where it's like another hand wave. It's like, oh, just believe us, just trust us, bro. She's busy. Maybe they'll go into deeper into her. Is that kind of what I should be thinking of every time they do something like this? It's just them just like hinting at a story thread that hasn't really been fleshed out yet. I don't know. This is the kind of things like I would probably not put in like a story like this, where it's just like focus on the character, don't focus too much, or at least I don't know. I keep saying like the exposition and dialogue is too long, but I was gonna suggest maybe they should say like, oh, you did this thing somewhere. Or is Paimon saying like it takes a lot of work for Alice to like like set up the summer vacation events and stuff, like claiming an entire island and setting up all that stuff. That's what she's busy with. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, that's a bit of a nothing burger of an aside there.
You're quite right. I'm here in Nod Krai because something big happened. Something big enough it caught the attention of the Hexen Circle. It concerns the 3 moons, Teyvat's borders, and of course, the moon goddess you are currently searching for.
You know where Columbina is? Wait. Teyvat's borders? I thought Teyvat's the name of the planet. So are we to say like Teyvat is like this area? And I was always under the impression that each update, I guess, each map area, like Liyue is his own country, Mondstadt is his own country, and Inazuma and so on, they're all their own country. Are they saying like Teyvat's the country? And all the other ones are like the provinces within that country, and there's actually other like countries out there beyond Teyvat. I don't know. I'm gonna keep assuming that Teyvat is the planet, and maybe Alice is talking about like borders between dimensions more than physical borders. You know where Columbina is?
Kind of. Why don't we discuss this over a pot of tea?
Okay.
My main reason for coming on this trip to Teyvat was, of course, to have some fun. But I do technically have a job to do as well, namely maintaining the stability of Teyvat's borders.
When you say borders, do you mean physical borders? Or like the fake sky? I guess that's kind of a physical border. Or like borders between spirit realms and night kingdoms and domains and whatnot.
I'll skip over the complicated parts.
Whoa.
But to sum it up,
She can use the
abyssal
force.
energies are all that lie beyond Teyvat's border. We'd find ourselves in a real pickle if they ever made it through.
Abyssal energies are all that lies beyond Teyvat's borders? So I guess this is like dimension borders is what she's talking about here. But she can use the force? Is she just like Deadpool? She's essentially Deadpool. She like references IRL stuff in this game and often breaks the fourth wall.
And the phantoms you've been seeing are a sign that the border has been disturbed.
Ah.
No wonder they tend to show up around Moon Prayer Night.
Wait, how did Paimon get to this conclusion?
Is it because the real moon is now so close to us that its power can cross the border?
In part, but only a negligible amount passes through. Just enough to influence the verdant crests and so on.
Okay.
And as you've noticed, there has been an unprecedented number of phantoms appearing this year. The influence of the moon beyond the border cannot explain this. No, there is another far greater factor at play.
Okay, this is the kind of stuff that I like. This is the part of the story that I like.
The trilunar syzygy.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but
A trilunar syzygy.
yeah, it's getting into some more interesting lore about this place. This is what I'm hoping for, that they actually like explain some of the foundations of stuff that happens in the story or in this area.
Eons ago, before the heavenly principles came to Teyvat, it was the then 3 moon goddesses who controlled the laws of this world.
Moon goddesses controlled the laws of this world. Eons ago, before the heavenly principles came to Teyvat. So this... Is that why Nefer mentioned, like, there's phantoms from, like, 6,000 years ago? It's 6,000 years ago. We can kind of assume that was before heavenly principle people came to Teyvat. Is heaven... Like, I keep comparing this story to, like, Guild Wars story, Guild Wars lore. Is the heavenly principles like the 6 gods? For those who are... I don't even know how big of a viewer base exists, let alone watches my videos, that also play this game and Guild Wars at the same time and also have like a functional understanding of the lore. But it's heavenly principles like the six gods in Guild Wars that they just kind of the six gods in Guild Wars like is said to came to that world, Tyria, and brought humans and seeded humans, I guess. I don't know what the word would be. They've like brought humans from, we still don't know where. Has not really been explored in the story, but all we know is that humans did not originate in that planet, and the six human gods brought them at some point in the history of that world. You're talking about life, death? Why is death? Because is the people just not die? Just like in the Night Kingdom and such, aren't you?
Oh, that's exactly it. The three goddesses split these powers amongst themselves, promising never to consolidate them into one singular body. This was meant to keep the world stable. But fast forwarding to the present, the eternal moon's marrow is with you, while the iridescent moon's marrow, which should never have appeared in this world, has been retrieved.
Ooh.
Add that to the presence of a moon goddess in the flesh and...
So we have the eternal moon in us? Way up in there. Morty, you gotta put it right up in there. And iridescent moon is now in Arlecchino's possession. It's way up in her. And yeah, the Columbina is like she is the moon marrow pretty much. So interesting.
The power of all three moons is gathered here in Nod Krai. There hasn't been an event like this since the War of Funerary Flame. And it's having a noticeable effect on Teyvat's borders.
Why are you so concerned about said borders, if I might ask?
Because I wish to give my darling daughter a peaceful, sunny environment to grow up in.
She winked at us.
Enough reason?
She's looking right at us. She's looking right into the camera and right at us. And she winked at us, not the traveler. She's talking to us right now.
Kinda sounds like you're dodging the question, but it does make sense.
Well, that's one reason anyway, and the most important one. The others are a little complicated to explain. For instance, cleaning up after dearest Miss R. Albedo could tell you more about that if you're curious. But right now, I have a more important question to ask you. Why are you collecting the moon marrows?
We're collecting? We're not collecting the moon marrows. Wait, what? Albedo can tell you more about this if you're curious. But right now, I have a more important question to ask you. Why are you collecting the... What do you mean collecting? You mean collected, right? Because there's only 3 moon marrows in total, right? Or are they... Sometimes I question my understanding of the lore. Because we have one, Arlecchino has one. Is she saying, like, us looking for Columbina is also the act of collecting a moon marrow? But we're not collecting her. Our goal isn't to collect her or find her because we want her moon marrow powers or whatever. We just want to ask what she wants. We just want to ask what she wants for Christmas, okay? What kind of gifts would she like? But the reason why we did this was to fight against, to have a chance to fight against Riri, right? Because the moon like juices our powers here, and it helps us use the Kuvaki energy here. I don't know. Columbina wants to use their powers to return home.
I see. Nicole told me about that legend once.
You're name dropping a lot of people that I really don't know right now.
Nicole? You mean Mage Anne?
Oh, so you remember.
We heard her voice in Fontaine.
Yes, of course. That was a story about fate, her area of expertise. But back to the story of our dear moon goddess. I'm afraid her intended method of returning to the moon is unlikely to work anymore.
What does that mean?
She may be missing, but she hasn't gone anywhere. She has disappeared.
What? Once, long ago, the damselette who lived... Oh, I couldn't read that in time. How fast do people read? Why do whenever there's text on the screen, why don't they just let the user like prompt to move on? I don't understand. Why is that hard? I mean, they already have the tech to do it, right? Like, this is letting the user prompt to move on. They've done it before. Why do they always makes me mad.
My body is so heavy.
Knees weak, arms are heavy. There's spaghetti on her sweater already.
Wait, no. It's my mind that's heavy. My arms and legs are as light as a feather. What's happening to me? I feel drowsy, like I've been asleep for too long. Is it daytime or nighttime? Is the moon out? I think I'll go for a walk.
Crazy Ewok. She's gonna go for a crazy Ewok.
Are you out for a walk too?
Whoa, this is a cutscene. Whoa, ooh. She has become Phantom. What's happening?
The day has come at last. Have I grown so weak that I can't even sustain my physical form? But Moon Prayer Night is nearly here. I was so close to returning home.
Oh no, this is a tragic story. She was only 2 weeks from retirement.
Death is near. Is this how it ends for me? Will I return to the moon after I disappear? Or... I don't want it to end like this.
We need to find Arlecchino and Juicer again. I don't know why I keep using the word juice.
So far, at least, I still exist. Even if not physically, I can still feel. But as my power wanes, I'm sure that too will fade. I suppose I might take one final look at this world. The world where I was born.
She's monologuing to herself. Maybe that's fun. Maybe the last chance to visit Frostmoon Enclave, don't let it slip away. Ooh, I read that in time.
Come on, come on! Wait for me! The Frost Moon Enclave. How much it has changed since I was born.
Why don't they like build, like repair some of this stuff? I don't really understand what the reasoning is. Just like build a little bit of a house instead of... Is it like a cultural site, so they want to keep it like this?
These decorations, they're so heavy.
Zernistia.
It's times like this when you kind of wish men could be priestesses and acolytes.
Why don't you just ask some guys to help out? They don't have to be priestesses and acolytes to help out, right?
How fascinating. I've never had the chance to be privy to people's private lives in this way.
She's like, I'm gonna go sneak into the girls' locker room.
In the past, people would get so solemn and serious the moment I showed my face. Like they were frozen stiff.
Karina, Lametti, it's time to eat.
Coming! I want to watch them a little longer.
She's actually like following us this entire time. Wouldn't it be crazy? Like the first time we went to that cave and we're like, oh, where's Columbina? She's actually there. And then she's just like, I'm just gonna follow these two. And she's just been like tagging along this entire time, like laughing at us. Like, ooh, whoa, oh. I was gonna try and look at her walk animation a little bit more.
Just fill these balloons with air, right?
Right.
Yep. Try a couple now to test things out. The rest can wait till Moon Prayer Night.
Think fast.
That's not something I can do.
Rita!
Teasing an acolyte of the Frost Moon Scions? Surely that's a punishable offense.
Take this!
Hiya!
Huh?
All right, enough horsing around. Lady Lauma gave us a task. We should get back to it.
The task is just to check that the balloons don't leak, right? Doesn't matter if we fill them with air or water.
Okay, you got me there. And you got me there. But still, we can't use all the balloons before the festival even starts.
We won't use all of them. And as long as Lady Lauma's trusted acolyte doesn't snitch, this can stay as a little secret between friends. A couple more can't do any harm, right?
Oh, you menace. Then, think fast!
Hiya! They're throwing water balloons at each other. You're wasting company resources.
Is pumping a balloon full of water really so much fun?
Yeah, poke poke. Ooh. Oh, there's collision. You think since she's a spirit, we can like just phase through them, right? Yeah, but she has a really interesting walk animation here. She's so majestic. Whee! Do I have a glider? I do not. Whee! So they actually have her playable here. Kinda, sorta. You can control her. But I guess she's...
I'm sure you're both tired from playing all day. Come on, eat up.
Is that hint that maybe she can still be a playable character in the future?
A plain, humble meal.
Humble,
That has
happy
always been
meal.
the way of the Frost Moon Scions.
Huh? How come Lametti got a midsummer berry dessert? Oh, I always get lockaberry.
Because you love Lockaberry, okay? Right, I do, haha.
I don't mind sharing. You can have a bite of mine if I get to have a bite of yours.
No, the flavors would mix and it won't taste
Sharing
good.
Food?
How dare they?
I've never shared food with anyone before. Even at the Harbinger tea parties, everyone just ate off their own plate. And when I couldn't finish my food offerings from the Frost Moon Scions, they'd leave the leftovers out under the moonlight for the animals to claim.
Hey! That was 2 bites!
Oh, then you can have another bite of mine.
Oh, you too.
Why didn't she just give them both
Oh, don't
a
fret
bit
now.
of each?
Here, have some of Granny's too.
Oh no, it's purple, it's poisoned.
So this is what it means to be family.
Family. Because it's family. It's got Vin Diesel pops up, so you're right, Columbina. Now it's time to go to the moon.
I'm seeing
Didn't
so much
Fast and
that I
Furious go
never
to the moon
usually
at
get
some
to
point?
see. They'd never act like this when I was around. It's nice being able to just watch people in peace in these final moments.
She catches someone like doing a crime and she's like, ah, what do I do? Someone's like murdering someone behind somewhere and she sees it. She's like, ah, I can't warn anyone or tell anyone.
What a rare opportunity. I think I'll go take a look around Nasha Town too. Maybe the Traveler will be there.
The Traveler? But we came looking for you. She's been following us this entire time.
After the War of Funerary Flame, the moon goddesses were no longer recognized by Teyvat. They lost the whole foundation for their existence.
Oh, that's a lore drop. After the War of Funerary Flame? What's that? Do we get to learn more about that? The moon goddesses were no longer recognized by Teyvat. What do you mean by Teyvat? The people on Teyvat? The god that is inside... I don't know. That I just made that up. There's no god inside Teyvat, right? The governments of Teyvat? The I don't know, magic of Teyvat. I don't know. They lost the whole foundation to their existence. They lost the whole foundation for their existence. What were they existing for then? That they were foundation for.
That's why the moon goddess's strength is fading. She cannot withstand the world's rejection of her.
It's just like what Columbina said. The world itself is rejecting her.
To be more pedantic about it, the moon goddesses did something to offend the heavenly principles,
Uh-oh.
and that's why they were ousted. Something of a recurring theme in Teyvat's history.
Oh man, these heavenly principles people are kind of weirdos.
Theoretically, speaking so candidly should put me in their crosshairs too, but they can't tell me what to do. I'll say whatever I want. Anywho, the moon marrow energies were but a drop in the bucket for her, and that battle against the Ray Hair of Solnari only weakened her further. Fortunately, it happened close enough to Moon Prayer Night when the Kuvaki concentration here is high. That's the only reason she managed to survive this long.
Wait. I thought was she lying to us and trying to reassure us when she says, I feel like I'm almost as powerful as when I was in the Harbinger Fatuis. Or I thought Arlecchino said that you seem to be more as powerful as when you're a Harbinger. Are they saying even when she was in the Harbingers, she was still a drop in the bucket in terms of power to her like real strength, real moon goddess strength?
What do you mean, fortunately? You said she disappeared. We're too late.
Oh, what a headache. I thought this was all common knowledge. I guess I have some more explaining to do. Okay, buckle up. It's time for another lecture. Now, I said earlier that the moon goddesses lost the foundation for their existence. The reason for that has to do with the natural order. Basically, the rationale for their existence in Teyvat was lost. The same logic applies to the present moon goddess, too. Consider her existence so far. Her comrades in the Fatui called her Damselette. And she was worshipped as Kutar by the Frost Moon Scions. But these connections have now been severed, whether by her hand or yours.
Wait, we did this? What do we do?
So
It was accident.
the rationale that once sustained her existence is now gone.
Oh, so she was still kind of holding on to somewhat of power. Or I mean Columbina is holding on to some kind of power because the Fatui was kind of like was still like believing in her or whatever. How would you like call it? Whatever you want to call it. That they're still like not rejecting her. So is that why she was still able to kind of exist? And now that we kind of resolved all that, the Fatui, or I guess we didn't do anything in that matter, right? It's when Columbina was no longer strong enough that she quit being a harbinger. So I don't know why we're to blame for that.
Wait, we did that to her?
Yeah, Paimon, you're on the same boat as me.
Strictly speaking, yes. But let's not start pointing fingers, shall we? I'll only end up as the big bad villain, and that's not the kind of final boss I want to be.
If you're making light of this, hopefully that means you'll have a plan?
Of course I do. I'm only the greatest mage in the whole entire world. Now, if you wish to find your moon goddess, there are two problems we need to solve. Firstly, we'll need to strengthen the connection between her and Teyvat, at least enough to sustain her until Moon Prayer Night.
Strengthen her connection. But does that mean I'll have to rally all the Frost Moon faithful behind this?
I'm afraid a bygone faith and a former home won't be of any help to her now.
Oh.
Do you know her name?
So, I guess... Actually, no. The thing I thought was, like, maybe the Frost Moon Scions... We convinced Lauma to tell the truth that the moon in the sky was fake, right? That she knew that all along. I thought maybe that was what shook a lot of the faith, I guess, that is now weakening Columbina. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like that's not what's going on. Because won't you still believe in the moon goddess if you know that there is actually a moon. It's just that the moon you've been worshipping is a fake one. But then there's still a real one behind it.
Her name?
Oh, yes. Names are very important things. A name is a fundamental concept that anchors one's entire existence.
I asked her once, but she said she didn't know.
Then your first job is to find it. As a moon goddess, I'm sure she must have a name she identifies with.
We find her name, then she can, like, anchor herself back to this world. Like the name that was given to her when she was born. That's a kind of interesting concept. But she doesn't know her own name. You know, I don't remember that in the story, but she does have many names.
Neither Columbina nor Kutar is her true name, and she's never really accepted either of them.
So, finding out her real name is enough to sustain her existence?
Yes, I know it sounds like a small step, but every journey begins that way. So for now, that's all we need to focus on. The second problem is with her plan to use the moon marrows to return to the moon. Unfortunately, piercing through the false sky will take an enormous amount of power. Given her current condition, she won't be able to provide anywhere near enough power, even if she recovers her physical form.
What's the plan then, Alice, the great mage?
But no need to fret. Nicole's the expert in this field, and I'm sure she'll figure something out.
So why are you here and not Nicole?
Wait, Mage N is going to help us out too? That means we've got 2 Hexacircle mages on the case. This is turning into a pretty big deal.
Actually, this is more of a side quest for me. Like you said, I'm a busy lady, so I can't stay for too long. I'll have to return to Teyvat's borders soon.
Teyvat's borders? Wait, what? It's a place you can go to? Thanks for telling us all this.
That's the upside you get for looking out for my little Klee.
We haven't seen her for a while.
You to carry on keeping her company in the future. Anyway, jokes aside, you'd better get moving. It will take quite a miracle for the moon goddess's consciousness to hold out till moon prayer night. Oh, I suppose I might as well tell you where Nicole is before I leave.
Oh, we do get to meet Nicole.
Off you go now. Time to meet your new friend. Oh, yes. And a little suggestion. Don't forget to mind your heads.
Or is she just gonna be like a Dodoko in a blue hat still?
What?
I wonder how Durin's doing. I should really go see him before I head back.
You really are super busy.
Okay, so I guess there is a
I
bunch of
most
stuff she's
certainly
working
am.
on.
There's so many children I have to keep tabs on just in Mondstadt. Durin, Albedo, Venti, Varka.
There was some unexpected names in there.
Klee didn't make the list, huh?
Of course not. Klee is my pride and joy. I have no qualms about her, because she's the best child in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
Yep. Klee's a little angel.
I'm glad you agree. Well, all the best. See you when I see you.
Okay, see you later, Alice. I hope you become a playable character soon. I've been saving a lot of
She
Primo
left in a
Gems.
hurry.
Yeah. She didn't pack up her stall. Should we handle it for her?
I doubt that's necessary. A mage of her abilities doesn't need our help.
I must say, I'm now very curious about her daughter. Klee, wasn't it? What's she like?
Explosive.
That's a long story. Come on, we'll fill you in as we go.
Boom boom bagadang! Da da da! La la la! Da da da! Oh.
What a lively place. I've never experienced Nasha Town like this before.
Hey, you old geezer! Your hammer's rusted through!
Who are you calling old geezer?
Are they quarreling?
I'm looking right at him! You've really gone downhill since giving your daughter free rein in the workshop. Can you even swing a hammer anymore? It shouldn't take you days just to fix a single chair! You might as well use that hammer to massage my back for all the good it's doing.
Don't run your mouth, or you'll get a back massage that'll put you in bed for the rest of your life. Look, the materials haven't arrived yet, all right? You know how busy it gets in the days before Moon Prayer Night.
I'll bet you send all the materials to your little princess. Blood's always thicker than water, huh?
All right, you've made your point, Uncle Kusky. As soon as the materials arrive, fixing your chair will be the #1 priority. And Dad, if you've got time to chat, why don't you lend me a hand,
See? Lolka knows what the score is.
Wait, why are they nice to her? Why is he nice to her, even though he said, like, she took over the shop? And it's like, because of her that he's not getting his chair. What? Because he's giving all the materials to her, so he's not getting his chair. What?
I guess they're friends. But the way they spoke to each other was so ugly.
I guess that's just the way they talk.
Then again, it wouldn't be the first time I've seen something like this.
Columbina!
Oh, she's saying
In
Tsundere.
the middle of the night, one more time, and I'll unscrew your vocal cords. You hear me?
Columbina is saying that guy's Tsundere to the other guy.
Sandrone. So that was her way of trying to be friends with me. What a pity. I won't get the chance to say any ugly things in reply.
Continue strolling through Nasha Town. Blah 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 blah. Boing, 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 boing. Whoop, whoop.
Hey, have you decided what to give her for Moon Prayer Night?
I sure have. She's gonna get the surprise of her life when she's least expecting it. Then I'll whip out the ring and pop the question.
The surprise of her life. What a fun turn of phrase.
Cool, I get the picture. You can spare me the gushy details. Ooh, looks like we have a customer. Hello there, ma'am. Would you like some Moon Prayer Night candy?
Is he talking to Columbina?
Huh? Is he talking to me? Can he see me?
Here you go.
Arnor. Hey, the littler versions of the ones that the other person had.
Come back anytime.
So are they saying this lady reached her hand through her spirit to catch all that candy?
I don't know why, but
She's like, I feel
I still
violated
held
for some
out
reason.
hope.
The most important thing right now is to find that mage.
That's us.
This name thing seems super important too. But where do we even start looking?
I'd better go pay the Fatui a visit.
Ah. Do we censor because we have moon powers? Ah. We go like, ooh. I feel like I just walked through a spirit. The sun is suddenly very cold. Our moon marrow didn't resonate with her moon marrow or anything?
Columbina?
Whoa, we got a protagonist wind on us. And so does she. Use your special eyes. Focus. Focus and you'll see her.
Traveler?
Let's go! This is no time to be spacing out!
I'm not spacing out, Paimon. I'm sensing. I am resonating. Now you've distracted me. The feeling's over now. You've done it, Paimon. She's following us. She's like... Maybe it's not so bad just quietly staying by their side like this. Well, we got a fancy transition there with Columbina's face. Or silhouette. What do they want me to do now? Look for the mage Nicole. Is Nicole also going to be a playable character? You can collect all the Hexing Circle people. That'd be fun.
Where are they going? They mentioned a mage and... a name?
Your name.
So, Mr. Varka, are you acquainted with this Nicole? Or should I call her Mage N?
Ah, not really. We've never met, though she has come up in conversation. From what I've gathered, Alice kinda took Nicole under her wing. Taught her how to speak in a more ladylike fashion, that kind of thing.
Huh. Hard to imagine Alice as an etiquette coach.
Yeah, Alice is a larger-than-life personality, I'll give you that. But then again, that's why she's able to draw such an eclectic mix of people into her inner circle. If I remember correctly, being an interesting person is actually one of her main entry requirements. So, if you ever wanted to join the Hexen Circle, I'm sure you'd both be eligible to apply.
Hey! Don't go around making promises on Alice's behalf.
I wouldn't dare. I'm just trying to paint a picture of the Hexen Circle for you.
Okay, sure. Anyway, since none of us have ever met Nicole, how are we supposed to find her? We can't just go up to every woman in sight and ask, "Hey, are you Nicole?"
Maybe something she's wearing will give it away? Like a wind bloom pinned to her chest or something.
Oh, so you want us to look at her chest? I see. We gotta go around at all the ladies and look at their chests to make sure if there's a wind bloom pinned to it or not. But like, hey ma'am, I'm just gonna look at your chest for a little bit. I'm just gonna have to make sure if there's a sign that you might be a person we're looking for. Say, can you just not have asked me what my name is? Nope, I'm looking at your chest.
Wait a minute. Alice never said Nicole was from Mondstadt.
Oh, true.
What about a tea set? I recall that each mage has their own cup.
That would be... this young lady, then?
Lauma is like, dang, these... what have I gotten myself into? These weirdos, Hexen Circle people. Whoa, she's got tattoos. She looks like she could be a playable character, too.
Hey there! Sorry to disturb you, but... are you Miss Nicole?
But then again, Columbina is, like, highly designed, or I guess has more design to her than, like, regular NPCs. And it doesn't sound like she's going to be a playable character. Similar to Dainsleif so far. He's not a playable character. People are still holding out hope. And La Signora, yeah, that... I think some people might still be holding out hope, but I think hope dies with each new update that La Signora will ever become a playable character. But yeah, she's not at the moment, and it's been a while, and people probably already forgot that she existed. Scaramouche became a playable character before she did.
Varka, Knight of Boreas of the Knights of Favonius. Alice might have mentioned me before.
Have we got the wrong person?
Sorry. Let me just look at your chest a little bit more just to make sure, just to confirm.
Well, this is awkward.
When I shook my head. Oh.
I meant, no, Alice hasn't mentioned you before.
Wait, what's going on here? I thought this was gonna be like a little narration, but apparently she talks different.
Huh? Where is this voice coming from?
Oh, she's using, what is it, in the Animorphs? When they turn into, I don't know if people even know what the Animorphs are. Oof, that kind of dates me, doesn't it? In that story, it's like a bunch of kids. They gain the power to like turn into animals. But when they turn to animals, in order for them to communicate, they have this thing called thought speech. So there's like some telekinetic? No, that's not the word. What's telecommunication? No, that's not the word. There's like a psychic link speaking thing. Is that what this lady's doing?
My apologies. For certain reasons, I am unable to speak. This is the only way I can communicate with you. It might take some getting used to, but I hope you can understand.
Can you imagine if they like, instead of like just say, oh, you can still hear her voices in her mind and stuff, if they actually animate her doing like sign language or something? Oh man, that would be pretty insane. And then maybe they just have like a little bit of text on the side, letting us know what she's signing.
Hey, it's fine. I'm more shocked by the fact that Alice never speaks about me.
As for you two, we have crossed paths twice before, but it is nonetheless a pleasure to finally meet you.
We crossed paths twice. So she's not the one that like led into the chessboard boss fight, the weekly boss fight with the chess king and queen. It wasn't this person. It was someone else.
It's really you! Thanks for all your guidance in the past!
Wait. Paimon, can you like give me a little bit of a summary? Just like a quick like Cliff's Notes, like where do we meet this specific person in the past? They did mention something about earlier, right? They didn't mention what we know her. Oh, Fontaine. We heard her voice at the end of the Fontaine story. But what else? What was the other time?
You're quite welcome. This time, things are different. We have reached the unwritten pages of the story. You might say that we stand at the crossroads of fate.
We're always standing on crossroads of fate, it seems like. That's the whole point of this entire game story.
Now then, allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is...
Chicka Slim Shady. Nope. Nicole, the unappreciated master sculptor, the immortal literary giant, if only they'd write, and the silent angel, yet also the orator, the instant they utter a word, etc., etc. In summary, to remain silent is to be the observer of the world. Okay, her name is Nicole. I don't really know where she's from. She's got special eyes as well.
No, stop! Alice! I can't believe it!
Oh, well, with these people, they seem to break the fourth wall a lot.
I had a whole speech prepared. I'd agonized over every single word. She always picks the worst moments to ruin other people's plans. I'm so sorry about that. Alice took the liberty of devising some bespoke self-introduction magic for each member of the Hexen Circle. But I could have sworn I deleted all of the triggering conditions for it. How did it bypass everything? Oh gosh, this is so embarrassing.
This is a very different side of Nicole than what we're used to. Is she not used to face-to-face interactions? Don't worry about it. We've seen that introduction magic once already, so it wasn't too much of a shock.
There's Columbina in the back there just like hanging out.
Please go on, Miss Nicole. We'd love to hear what you have to say, or, well, communicate.
Huh? Are they talking to this lady? But...
Will you all promise to forget that horrendously embarrassing introduction?
Sorry? Embarrassing? When?
Among the words that hopped out of just now, I saw... Angel. Wait, what?
Yes. My name is Nicole, and I am one of a very few angels who have retained both their preferred form and their power.
Wait, what? There's angels now? Is Paimon an angel?
The Traveler and Paimon should be no strangers to this concept. There is another of our kind in Natlan. They call her the Lord of the Night.
Wait, what? The Lord of the Night is an angel, but she is attached to a way-up of some kind, like this big stone thing? Or a series of stone things? Okay, if they're gonna explain Natlan lore, I'm down for that. Maybe it'll retroactively make me appreciate the Natlan story a little bit more.
Alright! Paimon remembers her!
But we've never seen her in person.
Yes. Well, I have retained more of my power than she. It's because I don't have a long-term duty to fulfill. To be more specific... no. We'll be here all day if I get into the specifics. Moving on. If I'm not mistaken, you are here because you wish to learn how one might reach the moon beyond the sky.
That's right.
That's right.
Is that something you can give us any guidance on?
Yes, I do know a way. It began with the Hyperboreans, who lived after the War of Funerary Flame. Blank looks. Maybe I should start with the background of the war.
Yes, exposit.
Or maybe not.
Oh.
It shouldn't be an issue. I'll fill in the gaps for you when we have more time. Anyway, after that war ended, the three moons retreated to beyond the false sky. The Hyperboreans were humans I once aided. They accepted the civilization and creations bestowed upon them by the angels. But despite accepting many blessings of the angels, many among them still held on to their faith in the moons. They were reluctant to accept the new order. Even after the War of Funerary Flame, they sought to contact the moon goddesses beyond the sky and receive their guidance.
But all three had passed away by that point.
All three?
This mage has a unique method of communicating. Is she talking about the moons?
Yes, but they did not know. And so, still they prayed for the moon goddess's mercy.
Mercy? I love Mercy. I would
After
point to my
building
Mercy
titanic
statue, but
structures
she's
that
not here right
consumed
now.
Vast amounts of Kuvaki. At last they glimpsed the moons and heard their voices. But of course, they were gravely disappointed. For it was then that they realized the three moon goddesses were dead.
Oh, that's such a sad story.
So sad.
It is. Humanity was in a very sorry state at that time. The angels who had once aided them were gone, and the War of Funerary Flames had left them homeless and destitute.
Just a second, I gotta ask. How relevant is all this history to the task at hand?
Well, I mean, it's... Okay, it seems we've drifted into irrelevant narrative waters. It's been a while since I've had the chance to speak inside someone's head. As soon as I got started, I lost control, and the words just flowed out like a waterfall.
Is this the devs like commenting at how they know that the the devs know that a good amount of people in the community don't like that there's a lot of dialogue in the game. It's like a tongue-in-cheek like poke at that, like, we know you know, or we know what you're saying, but we're gonna have to do better at that. It's just not right now, at least not currently, but we're just trying to communicate in a different form. The devs are like communicating to the players through this medium, through this story, tangentially, like, yeah, we know, okay, we know.
What I'm trying to say is... Right, yes, that's it.
She has blushing
face. The relevant
face.
part is the ritual created by the Hyperboreans. The fact that they bypassed the false sky and saw the true moons implies that they successfully built a connection between Teyvat and the outside world. Which means, with enough Kuvaki and a sufficiently stable connection, it should be feasible to send one person over the border.
Okay. So, they built some kind of portal?
Oh, portal, you say?
Yes. A portal. Yes.
Oh no. That's interesting. They were talking about moons and portals, because in the Portal 2 story, the reason why the portals work is because it only works on like the surface of the moon and the materials of that nature. So they had to put like that material on all sorts of things in order for portals to like attach to and open up, right?
Is something wrong? You sound disappointed.
What does the dev know about portals? Is that a little bit of a reference for those who know? It's like, if you know, you know.
I just didn't expect you to summarize it so well. It turns out I could have said all that in one word, if only I'd managed to think of it.
Yeah, Columbina's just like dicking around.
No, please, it's fine. This is invaluable knowledge. I'll be sure to record and preserve everything in writing.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, I suppose I could backtrack and add some more detail. I did gloss over a few things so far.
Whoa, time out. Let's summarize what we've got first.
Okay.
The Hyperboreans were the last ones to use this method, right? So we somehow need to find whatever structure they built and make sure there's enough Kuvaki to power it up. Luckily, we have the moon marrow of both the eternal and iridescent moons, so we're all good for Kuvaki. Which means the key issue we need to focus on is finding the place. Am I right so far?
Okay, Varka assumes that Arlecchino is, like, down to do this. I guess Arlecchino will probably do this, if asked, if it's for, like, Columbina, right? But, like, if they keep jamming down our throats that Alice is a really busy person, even though we don't really see a lot of, like, story about what she's doing, I would assume Arlecchino's in the same position, right? She's literally like a leader of an organization and one of the Patui Harbingers. So can we just assume like Arlecchino would drop everything she's doing and be like, okay, I'm gonna drop my mission, my special Harbinger mission, specifically put that aside, shelf it, and then come here to help Columbina? Maybe that's believable. I don't know.
Yes. Although, I expect the structure is long gone by now.
Oh.
That said, what if we could take advantage of the phantoms to travel back to a time when it still existed?
Time travel?
Well, travel back isn't quite accurate. It's more like we'd be creating a handshake between 2 points in space-time.
She's a game dev. She's using words that isn't usually used in this setting.
We wouldn't even have to pick a time when it still existed. It could just be a time when it still appeared in phantom form via projection, or we could project our own phantoms, fold them together, and... You look lost. Was that too hard to follow?
Not really. I kind of get the gist of it.
Yeah, things got a little, technical there. Paimon's brain is reaching capacity.
All right. Let me think about how to put this more simply. Okay, got it. Over the next few days, I'll search for phantoms that we can use. Once I find one that meets the criteria, I'll let you know and we'll regroup.
I feel like another tongue-in-cheek thing that the devs are doing with her character, that she can talk without moving her mouth, might actually also reference the fact that I think at some point they promised, or maybe not promised, maybe that's too strong of a word. They did mention that they wanted to look into like lip syncing technology between the languages, because ever since release, I believe the lip syncing is to the Chinese dub, because that's like the original language that this game is like made in, and then they localized it in like all the other languages, and English being one of them. But because of how language works, like in Chinese, one syllable is one word, so like frequently the Chinese like dialogue is a lot faster a lot of the times. But then the English, because like the way English is structured, like one word can consist of many syllables. So a lot of times, like we got animations where their mouth would move, and then all of a sudden their mouth would stop, except there's still sound. I feel like this is also like another tongue-in-cheek thing, since she seems to be like also is fourth wall breaking, kind of like that's probably the best way I can describe it. She's like referencing like game dev related stuff. She's referencing like Alice's like introduction and stuff, which is very fourth wall breaking. And with her also mentioning like, oh, I know I talk too much. I wish I can make things more simple. That's like a big like critique that at least I have of the game, right? And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. She seems to be, I don't know, maybe I'm just seeing patterns here that don't exist, but she seems to be like the game devs, like kind of like having a little bit of fun with like kind of like the community and stuff, if that's true.
By completing certain rituals, specific individuals will be able to enter the Phantom and make it to the Hyperborean structure. If everything checks out, and it looks feasible. We'll just need to wait for Moon Prayer Night, and we can send the Moon Goddess back home. I'm really skimping on the detail here. Is this making any sense at all?
I think so. For now, we'll just wait to hear from you.
Yes. Basically, yes.
Great. Counting on you.
Yeah, like
in the meantime, we'll focus on finding the Moon Goddess's name.
You can see like the lip syncing is still like not really working for at least this language. I'm pretty sure if you switch the language to Chinese, which I believe that's like a 40 gigabyte file or something like that. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm exaggerating. I think I had when there was the strike, and there's like missing English dialogue in the PC that I normally play the game on. This is my stream PC that I don't have like a lot of like personal information or personal like stuff on, just to like keep it clean. So this is just set, and also like it has settings and stuff, like had this game being in English and everything, so I don't always have to flip back and forth. But in my other PC that I actually play the game on to do dailies and stuff, I actually swapped the language to Japanese and Chinese, and I kind of just play around. And I think both of those might be added together around like 40-ish gigabytes, maybe a little bit more than 40, which is pretty insane. That's a huge file.
My name? Are they looking for a way to stop me from disappearing?
Excuse me, Miss...
It's a Lauma.
Go on, Miss Nicole.
This conversation was a little all over the place. I didn't catch your name.
I don't think she caught any of our names. We were never really introduced. Oh wait, no, maybe Varka introduced us.
I am Lauma, of the Frost Moon Scions.
No, Varka only introduced her to us.
Ah, I did wonder. I noticed that you listened very intently when I spoke about Hyperborea and the moon's history.
Okay, so I guess Lauma is like the only person she doesn't know in this group, right? She talked to Varka before, and she also talked to us before, so we were already kind of introduced, so no introduction was required.
If you'd be interested, I'd love to visit you this evening and go through it again in greater detail. Also, if you were serious about making a record, it would be too risky to simply write down the raw details as is. I would suggest some tweaks. Maybe rewrite the stories as fairy tales or fables, perhaps even prayers. Anyway, we can cross that bridge when we come to it. So, see you later then? Oh, and no need to prepare anything. Just a cup of tea will do.
See ya!
She seems friendly. It's just...
It's so nice to find someone who's actually willing to listen. I've been dying for a chance to finally go through all this systematically from start to finish. Any longer and I'd probably start forgetting it.
Now Paimon gets why Alice told us to mind our heads.
Oh, because she thinks out loud.
What
Literally.
did I tell you? A lot of quirky people in Alice's orbit. Now then, the next order of business is, where do we start looking for the Moon Goddess's name?
Maybe the rest of what Nicole has to say might give us some clues.
Once I've heard her out, I'll summarize the salient points and share them with you all. I'm also inclined to review our other documents. Yes, our faith was first established by our Hyperborean ancestors, but many of the more factually accurate records are from after Kutar's birth.
I have a hunch that the Fatui might know something too.
Sounds like we're gonna follow Columbina's journey through Teyvat, huh? In that case, we'll start by heading to the Frost Moon Enclave.
Sounds like a plan. Take this with you.
Yeah.
I'll see about getting in touch with the Fatui. It'll probably just be Arlecchino and Sandroni again. They're the only ones who would want to help.
Thank you, Mr. Varka.
Don't mention it. Honestly, I'm more comfortable dealing with the Fatui than prying into the details of a young lady's childhood. Catch you later.
I should follow them. just in case there's some way that I can help.
What? How's she gonna help? Do we got the Ghost? So there's a movie named Ghost, I think, with Patrick Swayze, and is it Demi Moore? I don't know. That movie's a little bit before my time too, so. But yeah, and that one is about this ghost, the guy who dies, and he becomes a ghost, and then he eventually learns how to use his ghost powers to communicate with the living and become a poltergeist, essentially. It's actually a romance movie with supernatural elements. It's not a horror movie or anything like that.
A while ago, I took the time to organize all documents in our possession that pertain to Kutar. What you see here is the material I consider reliable.
She's just moving around.
You're saying there's unreliable material too?
Yes. Most of the information we have was transmitted through an oral tradition. Inevitably, some of her stories were mythologized and deified over the years through countless retellings. That's why I organized them into reliable and unreliable.
So we should look at the unreliable ones first.
There's no sense seeking answers in history unless we can ensure the veracity of the historical record.
Never mind. The other one.
Makes sense. All right, let's take a look through.
Ooh, Paimon's voice kind of glitched out there, it sounded like to me. Unless my Bluetooth headphones glitched out for a second. Clear and concise would be the one way to describe the writing styles of these historical records, but you could just as easily describe them as terse and dry. And since Lauma already knows the material like the back of her hand, the quest to find any new information in these texts is tough going.
Almost all these records refer to Kutar instead of Columbina. Although neither of those is her real name. Paimon's not sure what point she's trying to make.
What we can gather from these records is that the Frost Moon Scions worshipped her as a god, placing impossible expectations upon her. I cannot fault them for their earnest faith, but for all their devotion, worshipping her day in, day out changed nothing. I imagine that none of it resonated with Columbina. It wouldn't surprise me if, even back then, she had already begun to reject the name Kutar and everything it represented.
Lauma speaks the truth. When I heard them call upon Kutar with hope and expectation in their voices, they may as well have been calling upon somebody else.
When you were organizing these texts, what criteria did you use?
Well, that's a bit complicated. I looked at the level of detail, perceived authenticity, prose style,
So I was right, we should have looked at the unreliable ones first.
and how realistic their portrayal of Kutar seemed to be. Amongst the Frost Moon Scions of today, only I know of her existence, and I alone have spoken to her face to face. As such, I know that there are certain things she simply would never do. That being said, I have sensed some changes in her lately.
Changes? Me?
Seems like this is getting us nowhere. For what it's worth, why don't we check the unreliable sources too?
Yeah, Paimon, that sounds good.
Give me a moment.
And then we looked at the unreliable sources.
Exerting but a fraction of her divine might, Kutar sheared a great mass from the snow-capped mountain and cast it into the sea, upon whose surface shone the mirror image of the moon. Thus was formed the island of Hisi.
Wow, Lauma, you're right. A lot of this stuff is bullshit.
Yeah, right. That doesn't even begin to pass the sniff test. The 3 moons are not but lies through and through. Only one moon has ever shone for us, and Kutar is her name.
It'll be funny if it's like Ratuk. You gotta read it backwards. That's a real name. No, actually, no, that sounds dumb. The subjectivity is strong in this one. We've heard something like this before in Natlin. Only one moon has ever shone for us. The 3 moons are not but lies through and through. Wait, we heard something like this in Natlan? Oh yeah, when we were fighting against the Abyss Order? One of those.
The vast majority of ancient texts are filled with fanciful tales like these. I trust you understand my criteria a little better now. Kutar did not speak, merely gazing into the distance in silence. And where her gaze landed, this was her prophecy. Clearly, whoever wrote this text never even met Kutar. Otherwise, they'd know that her eyes are always closed.
What about you, Traveler? What are you reading?
Seems like a collection of anecdotes.
Come on, let Paimon see. The child wished to build a wooden nest with which to shield a fledgling bird from the cold. But being so young and lacking in strength, the child could not snap the branches from the trees. Kutar was passing by. Upon seeing the child, she summoned forth the Kuhenki, who built a beautiful nest for the child.
Wait, built the nest for the child to give to the bird?
I remember that.
That's a real one.
Not knowing the meaning of Kutar's divine intervention, the child dared not to respond, and thus ran home to call their parents. But Kutar was gone. The Moonchanter declared the event a miracle and took the nest as a relic, placing it on high for all to see. The child was named as one favored by the goddess and was greatly respected amongst the people.
Oh, that child made seeing the goddess his identity.
Yet, no further miracles were bestowed, and this matter was forgotten in but a few years. Huh. Any thoughts after reading that?
If it's true, it gives us a somewhat lonesome feeling.
Yeah. Columbina probably just wanted to join the kid in making nests.
Ah. I'd originally considered this a fabrication, because Kutar did not perform any similar actions in subsequent records. But now that I think about it, it does seem like something Columbina would do. It's just that...
She didn't know how other people would interpret her actions. She was probably worried about making things difficult for people. So, she gradually stopped joining in.
Yes.
Oh, that's so sad.
How did she get up there? She flies now? Oh, I guess she did always fly. But I thought she's supposed to be weak.
And now, I can make no such gestures of warmth, even if I want to.
It seemed like that bird reacted to her, though.
Still no name. That's a bit of a shame.
Damn, Paimon, that's a rhyme.
But we did learn some interesting stories. That's gotta count for something.
I got a book here.
Barca said he was gonna set up a meeting with Arlecchino and Sandrone, right? Let's go back to Nasha Town and see how he's doing.
Okay, sounds good, Paimon, let's do it. Actually, what part of the story are you at right now? Return to Nasha Town and contact Varka. Let's look at this browser. Zoop. Oh my god, we're not even halfway through. I guess this is kind of like... at the end of this, we'll be at the halfway point. Browser. There we go. My brain didn't compute there which button to press for some reason. Anyway, let's do this. This one. Alright. Return to National Town and contact Varka, huh? Varka! I'm glad we're not going to the Curatorium of Secrets to get this information. Oof.
Let's see. There's Varka. Oh, and it's Durin and Albedo too.
Talk about coincidences. We meet again.
Yeah, this is pretty much the same place we bumped into each other last time.
I convinced them to stick around a little longer. We were all waiting on people, so I figured having a little company would help pass the time.
Ah, so you've been waiting for us? Does this mean that you've already arranged things with the Fatui?
Sure does. Now you're back, we can go meet up with them together. How'd your investigation at the Frost Moon Enclave go?
Well, we didn't find out Columbina's true name, But apart from that, it went pretty well.
Her true name was the friends we made along the way. We learned some stories from her early days.
Aha, just as well that I didn't tag along then. I'm sure our moon goddess wouldn't want every man and his dog knowing all about her private life.
Wait, what?
Still,
what? We
desperate
learned
times,
nothing
desperate
about
measures, I
private
guess.
life.
Someone had to do it.
So, Varka was waiting on us, but what about you two? Are you waiting for Alice?
Oh, no. We already met with her.
We discussed that experiment I mentioned to you last time. Oh, and she also handed me this communication device.
It's not gonna explode, is it? This looks familiar. I'm sure I saw one of these back on the Golden Apple Archipelago.
That's right. I understand she informed you about the relationship between the Phantom phenomena and Teyvat's borders, yes? She wants me to help her with some more experiments on that front. She said that she'll contact me through this device with more information.
Ah, I see. Following instructions and making observations. Pretty common research method. Takes me right back to Albedo's lab.
Wait, then who exactly are you meeting?
Someone you know. Albedo's met him too. But I don't think Miss Lauma or the Grand Master have been introduced.
Introductions are overrated.
Bongo Head?
Especially in cases like this.
What are you doing here, Bongo Head? Oh my goodness. I remember... So this... when the Wanderer became a thing, it was right after the Pokemon event, where you get a bunch of mushrooms, and Paimon named our main mushroom Bongo Head, and I eventually pulled Wanderer, and I remember, I think I was recording myself trying to think a name. At the time, I recorded myself play that storyline, and I just could not think of a name I wanted to give him, so I just went with Bongo Head. And now this has come back. This has come back to haunt me.
It's you!
Bongo Head?
So, it's not like the academia has prohibitions against going abroad. Also, I applied for leave.
I've been writing to Hat Guy since obtaining a human form. I've already brought him up to speed on everything that's been going on.
Oh yeah,
at
he
Nod
was
Krai.
part of that story too, of bringing him out of the story world, right? So yeah, these two know each other. He's a he's a former harbinger of the Fatui as well. So these two must know each other. Columbina and... Wait, does she? Oh man, if they get into this, this is gonna be really cool. If they actually like make a mention if she knows him or not, because that would imply, or maybe even confirm, some like theories and stuff. Because my theory that I'm kind of going with is that she probably will remember him because she's not of this world, right? She's part of the moon, and him going into Irminsul and deleting his existence from all of Teyvat, it only affects the people in Teyvat, which is why nobody seems to remember him except for us, because we are one of the Descenders. We're not from this world. And I don't really know why Paimon remembers him. Maybe because we were there when he came back? We were in the Irminsul? I don't know. Or did we have to... I think we had to fill her in, because she's part of this... It's kind of confirmed that she was part of this world. Am I making that up just to try and make things make sense right now, or did that actually happen? Anyway, so yeah, if they ever go like, oh, if they have like a nod, like her going like, oh, isn't that Scaramouche? What's he doing here? And they can go in a direction where it seems like she doesn't really know what happened to him, or maybe she's been out of the loop for so long that she still remembers him, but she doesn't know that he's deleted himself from the memories, the Irminsul memories, so that she's supposed to not know him. Oh man, that'll make the story there really, really cool if that's what happens. But if she doesn't remember him, then it kind of also calls into question, like, does the moons also does the moon's like powers and stuff also is somehow connected to Teyvat and Irminsul and all that stuff too, in some way, like the ley lines. Oh man, but they did the one thing of the story is that they did say she was like a reincarnation of the moon goddess, and she was actually born on this planet, right? Okay. Oh man, I don't know. I think maybe they're going for that she doesn't remember him. Then maybe that's how it's gonna play out. But anyways, that's my prediction, I guess.
Hat guy.
Yeah, his name is Bongo Head.
Turns out I actually have heard that name before.
Oh? Then why did you react the same way I did?
I only knew the name, not the fella. But since we're all here, let's do some introductions for what it's worth. I'm Varka, Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions.
And I'm a Driosh from the Vahumana Darshan of the Sumero Academia. Hat guy.
Good to see you again, Mr. Guy.
Mr. Guy.
I believe we last saw each other on the boat right here.
Albedo. So they came to Nod Krai together.
Mind you, the only reason I came here is because there's someone I want to look into.
Ooh. Columbina, you say?
Who's that?
The Doctor.
Oh.
Also known as Dottore.
El Dottore.
Second of the Fatui Harbingers.
Just as I thought.
From the tone of your voice, it sounds like there's bad blood between you.
Cause baby got bad blood.
I was reviewing our archives and noticed that a lot of information about him was missing. It left a bad taste in my mouth. That's all there is to it.
So he essentially found a loophole to keep his existence and be able to delete his previous existence from the world. Oh man, that story was so cool. So that's what I'm talking about. All that like stuff I was talking about at the beginning of the stream, like his story is so interesting. Like he found a loophole. It means the power systems in this world is like not infallible, or I guess fallible. So there is ways around it. So technically all these like super powerful beings and stuff, they're not like as immortal or as undefeatable as you might think. So yeah, like it opens up a lot of cool like story threads and like theorizing and stuff. But then the recent stories has not done that kind of stuff, I feel like. Anyway.
Dottore, or Zondik, as he was then known, once studied at the Academia, but he got kicked out before he could graduate.
Paimon Traveler is like, oh man, not only do we know so much people, we also have to remember all the names for all these people. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be incredibly hard to do. There's a Melazine in the background. Zandik? I've heard that name before. Back in the ruins, when the Ibis King mentioned that student. That was the Doctor? Oh, okay, so this story I didn't stream. It was the story, it was like an event story, and I was always thinking like event stories will probably not be as interesting and related, but it turned out that one was like super related because it was related to Nefer's chessboard. It's the same cat that gave Nefer her power to use that like chessboard and look into people's memories. That cat, I guess, told Zandik that he needed to rely on like his partner or something like that, because he knew that if the cat didn't say that to him, he'll just leave his partner for dead. So it turns out, wait, I thought this guy died. I thought they died in that thing, or am I thinking about something else? Am I somehow mixing my wires here?
So the Harbinger's #2 man is a college dropout? How embarrassing for them.
Last we heard, he was planning something. We actually heard that a few times before, even coming to Nod Krai, but we haven't seen a trace of him since we got here.
Why is Columbina like facing her back to us, but like preening her head over to like pay attention? I mean, no one can see her. She can literally stand right here if she really wants to.
He only appears when something interests him. For all we know, he might have left already. But the fact he did something here at all is worth noting. It'll fill a couple extra lines in his file.
Why does it sound less like a file you're writing and more like a criminal record? Anyway, we were just about to meet 2 of the other Harbingers. Want to come along?
Hey,
You
little
might
did
learn a thing or two about him there.
little does he know he met a 3rd Harbinger here. I guess former Harbinger.
Sure.
Even though they're harbingers, well, they're old acquaintances of ours, so...
Yeah, they're
you
a
know,
friend.
we can talk to
Sandrone
them.
Marionette.
I got
Wait,
it.
wait, does Paimon not know still then that he used to be a Harbinger before the memory wipe? Or before the reset?
The Frost Moon Scion's relations with the Fatui remain tense. Forgive me if I do not attend.
Maybe it was a secret that the Traveler is keeping for him then, not to like speak about it. Because that's the way he wants it, and she's like just respecting that. And that's why Paimon doesn't know either? I always thought Paimon was privy to everything, but I guess Paimon doesn't know that he's a Harbinger, maybe?
In that case, we'll
Or was.
continue assisting Miss Alice with her experiments.
Good stuff. Everyone's having a fruitful time. All right, we better get going. I'll lead the way.
Alright. We got more Marionette and... the Knave, I guess? Hey! Bongo Head? Are you here for revenge?
Well, yeah. That's obviously part of it. But I'm not the only one who has a score to settle with him. Neither you, nor Lesser Lord Kusanali, nor I want to see him meddling with things again.
Fair enough. One other thing. When we return, let's talk about Columbina.
What's the hurry?
She's fading away.
Don't worry. Pigeons always know which way home is.
Do they really? After the confrontation ends, the group splits into 2 teams led by Varkaj. You make safe. I couldn't read it in time. Oh, they're already here.
You made it. Who is this?
Oh, they nodded at this. Okay.
A scholar from Sumeru. They call him Hat Guy. He's an old friend of the Travelers.
He's actually an old friend of you guys, too, if you would remember.
Wait, this is the academia representative you wrote about? He doesn't exactly look the part.
In fact, he looks kind of like a fat Tui Harbinger, if I wouldn't say so myself. Look at what she's doing. She's doing the Aerith weird leg kick thing in Final Fantasy VII.
I believe this will prove my identity. You'll notice it bears the seal of the Sanctuary of Surasthana.
Well, what do you know? So it does. All right then. My mistake.
It's fine. I expected as much.
What?
Oh, because he knows her, so he probably knows how to deal with her, right? But she doesn't remember him.
So as I mentioned in my letter, the Academia's got its eyes on Dottore. But this matter remains top secret. Apart from those assisting in the investigation, the fewer people who know, the better.
If anyone asks, I'm here in Nod Krai to pursue my personal academic interests.
Gotta say, Varka, you did pretty well to keep all this under wraps for so long. Sounds like you got in touch with the academia about this way back.
You flatter me.
You're all Harbingers. What reason would you have to disclose information about Dottore?
Where do I even start? Remember that time we fought Rerir at Star Sand Shoal?
Oh, yeah.
He sure let me have it then, didn't he? I'll bet Dottore had that all sketched out, with me as his convenient little pawn. He could not care less about us if he tried, but hey! The feeling's mutual.
Does Dottore really strike you as the sort who values his relationships with his colleagues?
Fair point. Definitely not.
Which is why I always keep my guard up whenever he starts making suspicious moves. To that extent, our motivations align. On top of which, I consider you trustworthy people. Now, back on topic. In the wake of the Reikir of Solnari episode, Sandrone and I grew suspicious about Dottore's complete inaction during the entire affair. So we tried to find out what he'd been up to, but unfortunately to no avail.
He never lets anyone in on his plans. the more he cares about something, the more secretive he gets.
Indeed. Perhaps he believes that by keeping a low profile, he can avoid trouble. But that trick isn't going to work on his colleagues.
Yeah, I mean, he's been researching the ancient moon's remnants. And he's been trying to get his paws on the moon marrows. Only an idiot would believe he doesn't have something more planned.
With this in mind, I returned to Snezhnaya and relayed my thoughts to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, entreating her to have him recalled.
That's pretty direct. Did the Tsaritsa agree?
Yes. I made it abundantly clear that the Fatui's business in Nod Krai is almost concluded, and we do not need 3 harbingers in this territory. Her Majesty concurred. Accordingly, Dottore has returned at her orders. I imagine he is continuing with experiments, which no one besides he would ever have any interest in.
Common sense might mean nothing to him, but he's not stupid. He knows that no good can come from opposing the Tsaritsa. Smarts alone won't get him all the way. He needs the Rooster's resources and Regrator's Mora, both of which the Tsaritsa can strip from him by waggling a
They're
finger.
name dropping a lot of guys here. The Fatui Harbinger, Snezhnaya, Queen Tsaritsa, like politic power struggle kind of storylines, and their motivations and goals and plans and stuff has reliably been good in this game. So I'm really glad they're diving deeper into this kind of stuff.
But doesn't he have a track record of publicly following orders while going against them in private? He probably has it down to a fine art by now.
Oh, he's speaking from experience.
Wouldn't put it past him. We worked together on a research project once. Only briefly. But it was enough to show me that we're fundamentally different people.
It would have been interesting if Marionette is like, you speak like you know this person. How can that be? And she just like questions it for a second there. That would have been really interesting. Like, you sound like you have a personal relationship of some kind with this Dottore, from the way you speak. Just to like kind of touch on it, you know, like just like tease that like aspect of like Bongo Head's character a little bit.
He has no interest in doing things methodically, stage by stage. His thoughts jump all over the place, and the moment his curiosity is satisfied, or he gets the results he wants, he disappears. The only similarity we share is that, once we set our minds on doing something, we will see it done, whatever it takes.
Oh, we definitely saw some of that in your battle with Rerir. You got so competitive.
Ugh, do not remind me.
Yeah, she's got sad eyebrows.
Then I believe we all concur. Dottore will not simply give up.
Fantastic. Now this is turning into a whole day of unpleasant memories. Ugh.
Are you talking about the moon marrow stuff?
He also strikes me as the kind of person to disregard experimental regulations, ruin all the equipment, and go way over budget. Then leave the first person he can find to deal with the fallout.
Exactly. This one time, he was running some high-temperature experiment and the substance exploded. But does he care? No. He orders his subordinates to open the device so he can observe the results, which causes the gas inside to leak out. That gas was poisonous. If I hadn't been there, who knows how many people might have died. And after all that, he left while I was still cleaning up after his mess. What a waste of time, he said. Waste of time? The nerve! He wasted my time!
They just had to have Columbina like poker. Yeah, that was a cute little moment.
You've been bottling that up for a while, huh?
Hat guy, I must say, you seem awfully familiar with internal Fatui affairs. Especially when it comes to Dottore.
Oh, they did the thing that I said. Ooh, they know what they're doing. This shows. Oh man, this gives me hope this gives me hope. I guess it is also revolving around the Fatui, so it seems it's almost like they might have thought like the through line storyline of the Fatui and how it fits into things like a lot longer than a lot of some of these other stories that they kind of throw together here and there. So like whenever things involve like the Hexen Circle, Fatui, Harbingers, Snezhnaya, and their motivations, Gnosis, Archons, and like anything from like kind of the first 2-3 versions of this game, it seems like they planned a lot of that stuff out ahead of time and know how they like all thread together. So like whenever this stuff gets touched upon again, I'm always looking forward to it. It's just that when they have like random new characters like Nefer and Yehoda and stuff, and then their little interactions, it seems like that's kind of some of the stuff they might have thought up along the way, and they're just kind of like piece things together to try and make it fit into their overall story. And a lot of those stories don't seem as thought out, seem as polished, and it like doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you think about it a little bit more than just like skipping through the dialogue and letting the events play out. So yeah, this is really good. I'm really liking this right now. Especially this, man. And the knave is the one who points this out too, is really cool. Little do you know.
Thank you, Lady Harbingers, for providing such valuable information. I have no other questions for now, so I'll be on my way.
The knave, Arlecchino, is like, you seem to have an aura of a harbinger as well. Just to like, kind of like, no, that'll be too cheesy. Actually, no, that don't do that.
Wait, what? You're just gonna leave?
You're welcome to join if you want.
Ugh. Just when Paimon thought he'd finally mellowed out.
He makes quite the impression.
I'll say. I've met tons of headstrong people, but not many of them would join me in bad-mouthing Dottore. Anyway, back to the main agenda. Barca, you said that Columbina has gone missing?
She's right there.
Or rather, disappeared.
Yeah, we want to know her real name.
Yeah. We're working on building a connection between her and this world. The simplest method is to find out her real name.
I've actually asked her that question before, but she said she didn't know. Considering our relationship, I doubt she was lying to me.
She could have just given you a pseudonym. What did she do while she was with the Fatui?
As far as I recall, she was never dispatched by Her Majesty to claim a gnosis or anything like that. The Tsaritsa's plans had long contained a place specifically for her.
I always thought that was weird. What could she do that the rest of us couldn't?
Knowing what we do now, it's probably something related to Kavaki, right?
More than likely. When she first arrived, Columbina would often go to Her Majesty and ask when she could start the task assigned to her. But Her Majesty always gave the same reply. The time has not yet come. So she spent her days in Snezhnaya doing basically nothing. The Tsaritsa has summoned a beautiful blind maiden to be a harbinger, giving her the third seat by virtue only of her enchanting voice.
So her name is the Enchantress?
It was a dumb and stupid
Probably
rumor.
not.
But the reality of the situation made it hard to refute.
And what happened after that?
I imagine she stopped caring. She no longer seemed to care why she had been recruited, and Her Majesty never gave her any missions. So she just continued to sing in the flower garden.
This begs the question, why did Columbina decide to join the Harbingers in the first place? Was she convinced by the Tsaritsa, like, hey, if you join my Harbingers, there's free food? And she's like, I like food. Like, how did that all come about, right? Like, how did the Tsaritsa hear about her, recruit her, and convince her to actually join? Because she seemed to have, like, a little bit of a life of her own with, like, the Frostmoon Scion people, right? Worshipping her and stuff. Or was she, like, sick of that? And she's like, I don't like these people, so any excuse... the first opportunity that arises, she took to get out of the place. And maybe the Tsaritsa, like, I think the Tsaritsa might not be as evil as we think. It seems like that's what they might be going for. Like, the Tsaritsa is like the... I was gonna say necessary evil. She's like the person who's like doing the thing that needs to be done. Kind of like the bad things that need to be done for like the benefit of like the people of this world, maybe. Because then if you think about it, like Teyvat is a whole like society of people that's being like oppressed is a bit of a strong word, being like dictated by like all these like celestial beings and the heavenly principles and stuff. And it sounds like the Tsaritsa has like this plan to use the powers that these heavenly principle people and Celestia and whatnot that bestow upon, like it almost sounds like the people like Celestia and heavenly principle people are kind of just like puppeteering, and like they're just doing these things as play like the people of Teyvat like playthings to them, right? They're like making all these rules. Oh, you guys gotta follow these rules. We'll see how you guys react. I'm gonna give you a vision so that you can do stuff, but I'm not gonna give you a vision because you're a loser. How are you gonna feel about that? It's almost like there's like this like overarching oppression from the like higher people, like the celestial people. I don't know how would I like describe those people, but yeah, the celestial people. And the Tsaritsa, the big plan for the Tsaritsa is that she wants to like use all the powers that is in her disposal, and maybe like even look into Conraya and how Conraya has gone to a point where they were so powerful that the heavenly principle had to actually like step in and stop them. Maybe like the heavenly principle, as we already saw, they're not infallible because of like Wanderer being able to like mess with Irminsul and exploit a loophole. The stuff that's like the powers of Celestia is not like omnipotent, so the Tsaritsa is trying to like do everything she can to kind of free the people of Teyvat from essentially the sword of Damocles of like these celestial. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, you don't have to be kind of worried about this like power being just like hanging over you all the time. Then you can really thrive as yourself. It sounds like the Tsaritsa is like going about it in a more direct, more, I guess it is a little bit more of an evil if you think about it. Like, she's doing everything she can, morals aside kind of thing. Whereas like Venti was like, oh, everyone has their freedom and you don't have to worry about too much thing. Like, you're still allowed to do what you want, right? As long as you live in this world. It's not like, oh, but then at the same time, like random people are getting visions and other people are like, there's like a lot of inequality going on in this world. There's like immortal beings like the Adeptus and stuff, and then there's like mortal beings like these humans, and there's like people with like all sorts of different kinds of power levels. There's like spirits and people who can create their own private server on dead realms and everything. So yeah, anyways, the whole rant is about Tsaritsa being like trying to achieve a goal that might have an immoral means, whereas like some of the other people, like the Hydro Archon, literally just gave up, right? She's just like, I'm out, and she made this whole plan to collect enough powers in order to be able to press the delete button on herself. And that is also like her way of giving the middle finger to the Celestia people, right? Like, she's like, you don't control me. The last thing I'm going to do is take control of my own life, and the only way I can do it is to like end it. So that, like, the Fontaine story was like pretty good too, and also like Farina being involved in that, I felt like that was like really well done as well. Man, the thing about the old stories is always like so good. I guess Natlin was just that big of a difference in quality when it comes to storytelling.
For my part, I was busy. So busy, in fact, that watching someone be that idol had me fuming. But still, I got the sense that that she had long been used to a life of other people claiming she was needed when she wasn't.
I just felt that having a place to stay would cost me something eventually. And so I waited quietly for the day that I would have to pay the price.
And on the other end of that spectrum, you had me. Someone once told me that I had the lousiest work and the toughest luck. That's a good way of putting it. I forget who said it, but those words have always stuck with me.
Sounds like something Bongo Head would say. No wonder.
But you've done your job exceptionally well all this time. Because at heart, you are a conscientious person.
Thanks for telling us all this.
What is it? Something come to mind?
It's nothing. I'm just even more eager to learn her name now. I want to shout it to her from the rooftops.
That makes sense. Nothing screams you are needed like your name shouted from across the town.
Well, good luck with it. But if you ask me, Columbina is still the most shoutable name. I'm just so used to it now. After all the arguments we've had, I can't be bothered trying to remember another name for her.
The attitude in her voice doesn't match her facial expression. She looks like she actually looks worried about Columbina, but then the way she talks, she sounds like she might just be like a little annoyed by the fact that Columbina's gone. Maybe that's like her character. She's tsundere. She's the tsundere character, right? So she might have one appearance and have another appearance at the same time. That's kind of like the point of a tsundere character.
Nor I.
Sandrone. Hardly...
You can chat further about interesting moments from Columbina's past, but I couldn't read that in time, so I don't know exactly what the but was.
It's a Sealy! Does that mean Nicole has news for us?
I haven't seen a Sealy for a very long time.
Ladies, I thank you for your hospitality. If the chance ever comes up, I definitely owe you both a drink sometime.
I'm sure it will.
You can make your own way out. Heck, you've been here enough times, you probably know your way around better than I do.
Take care, everyone. We'll be in touch in if the situation changes.
Okay, time to do what adventurers do best.
Okay, so
That's Sealy!
as cool as seeing Forgotten Scaramouche see his Harbinger friends, and as cool as a lot of the exposition about Dottore and the Harbingers and Saritsa and Marionette motivations and whatnot, this whole section was a little bit not... what's the word? It's not really related to what's going on right now. We didn't really get anything out of it in terms of what our objectives are. Finding her name. We just got, we don't know her name from these people, essentially. Oh, ooh.
Here you are.
More phantoms.
Oh, hat guy.
How come you're back so soon? Did things go all right with the Fatui?
Fine. Dottore's been summoned home by the Saritsa. Couldn't get much more than that. How about you? Any progress with the investigation?
Unfortunately not. We've tried everything. Different phantoms, different locations, different points in history. But the results are the same each time.
Abyssal monsters roaming the land. People crying out in despair, with no hope of being rescued.
Every time I see it, I can't help but think, is this what it was like in Mondstadt when Dragonspine Durin attacked? And if I fail in the task I've been given, will I create yet another tragedy?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's just meaningless speculation.
When we encountered similar phenomena previously, I tried to interfere with those illusions, using sounds and lights to guide them. However, we could not change their fates. At most, we were able to extend their existences.
But you were able to make a change, so,
The events of the past are like fate that has been written into Irminsul. There isn't a living thing in Teyvat that can escape its past.
Except for you, hint hint, loopholes.
But Miss Alice instructed us to try to find ways to change the outcome that these phantoms face.
It's an impossible task. Can't you just refuse?
Since she asked us to do this, I feel like it can't truly be impossible. Or if it is, well, mages can make the impossible possible. I could not have been born as Durin otherwise.
Yeah, she's a written character in a storybook.
But you also said that your past 39 attempts were fruitless.
That's true.
But you're still going.
Yes.
After this many futile attempts, surely you realize that you're not doing this because you still believe what some mage told you. It's because you want her hypothesis to come true. It's something you wish for deep inside. So, think for yourself about what you want to do. As long as you don't believe it's futile.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Previous experience indicates that we cannot touch the phantoms, which limits the effectiveness of our interventions. If we want to clear this hurdle, we need to break this rule somehow.
Same thought here. Following the same rules means repeating the same failures. Reducing ourselves to mere playthings of fate.
So you mean we need to figure out a way to make contact with them despite knowing that we can't?
Yes, and I suspect that's something only you are capable of. Everything in Teyvat is logged in Irminsul, but the withering that once occurred in Sumeru was a sign that the Great World Tree was being corrupted.
This corruption allowed things that should not have existed in Teyvat to appear. This is tantamount to rewriting reality to an extent.
You're saying abyssal power might be able to affect those phantoms?
No one's ever tried it before. If you're gonna try it, it'll take courage. And you have to be confident that you can control it.
He is made from abyssal energy too, right?
Is anyone there? Has anyone seen my daughter? She's missing. I have to find her.
Yeah, they're all wearing funny hats.
I hear someone inside. Spargana? Are you in there?
Do.
If I can use my abyssal powers to warn him that there is danger here, maybe it'll change his decision. Maybe he'll stay away.
Yes. The important thing is not the nature of the power, but rather how you use it.
To intimidate and obstruct. Sounds about right for the Abyss.
Let me try. I should be able to influence that thing.
Abyssal Pursuit. Oh.
Have you seen a little girl?
Ripples that will never reach. Make use of the stone pillars to aid Ramses.
Just run!
Where are we at right now? Oh, we're only on step 12. Here, I'll show real quick. We're on step 12. I don't know why this thing is.
Someone inside. Spargana? Are you in there?
Oh, Durin can use the power of the Abyss to affect the world in which the Phantom is located. For example, using it on a stone pillar will create a barrier with the Intimidate and Obstruct attribute, which in turn will affect the choice and actions of the human's phantoms. Okay. Where's this stone pillar you speak of? Is it this? Is it right here? Nope. Oh. Ba-da-da-doo-da-doo. Oh, he died. He fall down.
Have you seen a little girl?
Okay, that's
What? This isn't the time for that!
what do they want me to do? T. Do-do-do.
I hear someone inside. Spargana? Are you in there?
Is that Spargana?
What is this? Looks dangerous. I should get out of here.
So that guy dies? Oh no, we changed the past or something.
He really left. Ha! We did it!
Don't celebrate too soon. Follow him. See what he does next.
Oh yeah, because they're essentially supposed to end up what fate wants them to. They'll eventually
Monsters
die.
approaching from the front. You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
Okay, there's that. I don't know what that is.
No,
Oh.
there's monsters ahead.
Make it possible for Ramses to pass through. So we want him to go this way. Oh, nope. Okay, we will lock him up in there.
Is that the barrier I saw earlier? Why is it appearing now?
And we'll let this guy come
Someone's
through.
controlling it.
And then we'll let him pass. And I guess that makes sense.
Gone too. How odd.
It's as if someone is helping me of some kind.
Anyway, I guess I'll keep going.
Quickly,
has.
let's keep up.
Make use of
Wait, there was someone else
explosives.
here? Don't go any further. We've got anti-monster traps laid out everywhere.
Anti-monster
But
traps?
my daughter must just be up ahead. I have to go.
Where do they want me to go?
This way's
This is it
blocked.
right here? Nope. Explosion? Durin's abyssal power can also affect the phantom explosive barrels, causing explosions that can clear obstacles and deal damage to monsters. However, these explosions can also cause damage to human phantoms, so use with caution. Okay.
We might be able to use the explosives over there, but we need to take care not to hurt him. I'll use the barrier to keep him at a safe distance.
I guess I just give you the answer. Oh, what do they want me to do here? There's a dead person here. Oh, I stepped on her and she disappeared.
This barrier seems to be helping me somehow.
Oh, how odd.
Hey, wake up!
5 more minutes. I don't want to go to school today.
Gotta keep moving ahead.
Wait, what? Did he die?
So many monsters.
Yes, cower. Cower in fear.
There's still a chance, Durin. Use the traps.
The traps, you say? Ikasu explosion! Ikasu explosion! How nice of them to walk into the direction of one of these. No, I think he's dead.
Help me!
The Phantom has met his end and returned to his place of origin. Do I do that all over again? Oh no, only this section. Boom. 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 Oh man, the effect of the explosion is actually blocking my
This is a
view.
new development. I've never seen this happen before.
Using abyssal energy can change time, it seems
We
like.
might just be able to save this person.
And then he had a heart attack. Ah!
Hello there. Have you seen my daughter? Spargana's her name. She's carrying a large backpack.
Get out while you still can, you fool. You won't find any survivors.
You fool.
But I can't just leave her here. She must be so scared right now.
Sorry. Wish I could help, but I haven't seen her. You'll just have to keep looking.
Okay, thank you. If I do find her, I'll get her to shelter and come back for you.
Don't bother. I've got nowhere left to go.
What's that noise?
Monster noises.
Monster!
No, if he goes inside, he'll be walking into a trap. Let's try this once more. This time, we have to stop him.
Right. To rescue, the rescue has reached a dead end. All that can be done is to wait for another chance. No, no going in there.
Why? How will I know where Spargana's gone like this?
We actually don't really know. We're just like
You know what?
guiding.
I'll trust this
We're just
stranger
messing
narrative.
with him, right?
It's gotten me this far after all.
Are any of these dead people your daughter? Why do they want me to do?
Hey, let us out!
Why am I allowed to do that? What? I'm not exactly I'm not understanding the story here so far. What's the point of all this? Oh, hello. I know the whole story beat is that we're learning that abyssal energy can affect these guys, but I feel like that's a big cop-out right now.
Huh? That looks like one of my daughter's books.
It's Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Wait, everyone has that book.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's one of hers for sure. That's her name right there.
She wrote her name in the Harry Potter book. Oh no!
Durin, just like last time. Use the explosives.
Okay, I guess they're just giving us a little bit of a gameplay section that is story related. I don't know, I'm not too happy about this section, to be honest. Boom. 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 Uh-oh.
It won't work. There's not enough left. If he makes it in, he'll die. But then, this clue could be the key to him finding his daughter.
It might not be the only one. Better he misses that clue than loses his life.
I guess so.
Wait, why do we not want him to lose his life?
Stop him, Durin. We can't let him get any further in.
I'm trying! The Phantom has met its end and returned to its place of origin. The gameplay here is not really gameplay, though.
It might not be the only one. Better he misses that clue.
It's like busy work. And it's like janky, too.
Stop him, Durin. We can't let him get any further in.
That's my daughter's book. She's passed this way. Why? Why won't you let me go in? I've searched and searched.
I don't understand. The monsters are still gonna appear, right? But now he's just out here instead of in there.
I no longer have anywhere else to go.
What is happening?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
He refuses to go anywhere else. Whether he opens this door or not, all that awaits him now is death. We couldn't change his fate.
So even with the ability to manipulate time using abyssal energy, we actually still couldn't do anything. I don't know. I feel like this whole thing is a little shaky.
Albedo? Hat guy? Let's try one more time. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but I don't want to give up either.
I guess that's his character. He's just gonna keep banging his head at something until he's successful. That's like the thing he does. He works hard. He doesn't work smart. He works hard.
Why am I here? What's going on? All these scenes running through my head. Where are they from?
Huh? What's going on?
His reactions have changed.
How many times have I... What's happening to me? Huh? Wait. Who are you?
You can see us now?
I feel like I always could, but that I only just realized you were there. I'm sorry, I don't know how to describe what I'm feeling. But You were the ones guiding me using that marked barrier, right? I haven't done anything yet, but those monsters, those deaths, they feel like memories. Like things I really did experience. I won't find my daughter. In fact, I'll ultimately die trying to find her. Isn't that right?
Well, no, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Even so, we're trying to find a way out of this.
You've not seen my daughter either, have you? It seems she really isn't here.
I'm sorry we couldn't help you.
I'm just tired. Maybe this is destiny. Maybe it doesn't matter how hard I search. How long do I have left?
Experience says 15 to 20 minutes.
15 to 20. Thank you for all your help. Let's rest a while. You look exhausted too.
Now's not the time for you to start pitying us.
It's not pity. I'm just realizing that I've only got 10 or so minutes left. You know?
And then they had a hearty meal together.
You're from Mondstadt, yes? A place with windmills, where people enjoy limitless freedom? And you're from Sumeru, where they've built an academy into a giant tree?
Yes. It seems you've never heard of either place.
Those names are unknown to me, I'm afraid, yes. Have you heard of Hyperborea?
I have, but I heard that it was destroyed in the distant past.
I see. That was where my ancestors once lived. What about Delphi Pytho? Was it later rebuilt?
I've never heard that name.
Then what about Sal Vindagnir?
I have seen that name on stone tablets on Dragonspine. But I'm afraid the only things left of that place are its ruins.
I see. Sure enough, there was no way to turn this around, huh? I'm sorry. I was the one who asked to chat, but it seems like we're too many ages apart. There's barely any common ground to start from.
It's all right. We did hear something new, at least.
From how you speak of your lives, things must be going all right for you, I guess.
They are. Mondstadt is a place of freedom and happiness. There's a lot of good people in the church and the Knights of Favonius, and even outsiders find that it's an easy place to feel at home. We have festivals a few times a year. Everyone gets together to drink, sing, and be merry.
Sumeru is a lot more uptight. Not really the kind of place where you can relax. It's a nation fraught with problems wherever you look. But if all you want in life is to seek knowledge, I guess it's pretty much paradise.
That's wonderful. In other words, after this all-devouring black tide passed, humanity did not merely avoid extinction, but rose to build prosperous civilizations anew.
I find myself wanting this section to be over.
I mean, I can see you all right now. That must mean the future isn't a total mess, right?
That's true.
Well, time's almost up. Let's part ways, I think. Might be best if you don't waste too much time on me. The chances are slim, I know, but I'd like to spend these last few minutes looking for Spargana. If things work out, I'd love to tell her about what I've heard. May we meet again. Well, or not, most probably. In that case, may your wishes come true.
I don't, like, if this is not like a memory or anything, we're actually talking to people in the past, and it just so makes the story so messy, right? Or it actually, or not, it opens up a lot of I don't know, it opens up like a can of worms, I guess is what I'm trying to say, for the storytelling with whenever there's like time travel stuff like this, because I guess maybe I'm influenced by a lot, like my understanding of traveling from other stories and stuff, and how problematic it is in a lot of other like TV shows and anime and games and whatnot. And if it's not, it's so hard to do it right, and it's more often than not done like really horribly. And right now it feels really bad. I do not have the confidence that this aspect of the story is going to be any good. I do notice Celestia subtly being shown in the background here. Is that Celestia actually? I don't know. I think I got that information from like the internet.
In a few minutes, he will meet the end that was his to begin with.
I think there is like lore kind of outside of the game that references that as Celestia or something like that, like manga or something. I don't remember it specifically being called Celestia in game though, or any instances of that.
The ending of this tale did not change, but I believe that we've just made the most progress we have yet.
So you're saying we just need more people with more abyssal powers in order to affect like a whole team of people.
May your wishes come true. If only it were so simple.
Hat guy, could I ask you a question?
Aside from this question?
You've never talked about your past. It seems complicated, and it weighs heavily on you, too. Would you be willing to tell me about it? I mean, sometimes it's better to get things out in the open. Take that guy we try to help, for instance. At least he said goodbye with a smile.
And
right?
die with a smile.
I know about Albedo's past. Our experiences are very similar, and he created me. As for you, you're my first friend, and you've witnessed every step I've taken. But by comparison, I know nothing about you. Either way, I mean, we're still best friends.
We're best friends!
But if I knew more about you, I might understand your thoughts a bit better.
I'm looking. I want this story section to be like over with. I'm looking at the browser right now, and I'm like, which part of it? We try to protect Razmaz. Wait, we wait. Yeah, continue escorting. Yeah, protect him. Yeah, block the gate ahead. Yeah, we talk to him. So are we almost to Nicole here? I'm really looking forward to like going back to talking to Nicole about all this again, since she will more likely be able to push the story forward with trying to find Columbina's true name.
I've told you about myself. I'm a student at the academia.
And what did you do before that?
Prepared for the entrance exam.
All right. If you really don't want to talk about it, I won't press you any further.
Yeah, it'd be nice to show a little bit of a character change when Scaramouche or Wanderer Hat Guy starts like opening up to his like friends. That'll be a nice little story, I think. I guess now might not be the time.
I was a puppet built from the branches of a white tree, using technology left behind by the Conrian schools of mechanical engineering.
A simulanka. Interesting. Puppet simulanka.
A white tree? You mean an Irminsul tree?
Yes. A branch of Irminsul that was once connected to the main tree.
Wait, that's a Nahida's.
So you had a human creator too?
Isn't that Nahida's origin story?
Yeah. But my creator abandoned me after deciding that I was a failure.
No, wait, okay, that's a part of his story that I didn't know. I thought Raiden Shogun, or I guess A, created him. I didn't know she used Rukkhadevata powers to do that. Or are they saying they colluded? Rukkhadevata and A like work together to create him, or maybe A asked Rukkhadevata for help in creating him. Is that what they're saying now? This is new information for me. All I knew was that he was created by A as a prototype to see if he can replace her as like the Archon while she goes to the Euthymia realm or something, so she can just be like Hikikomori forever, like a shut-in forever. And then it turns out it wasn't as good as she thought, so she got rid of him for some reason. and created Raiden Shogun, which is a more perfected version, or at least fit her specs a bit more, fits her liking a bit more. So yeah, now that we know that she actually used like Sumeru powers or Sumeru materials to do it, it's like a little bit extra.
After that,
we got a cutscene. Ooh.
Durin. Resisting the influence of the Abyss, suppressing the urge to destroy, trying to do the right thing. None of these things are easy, but no matter how hard they are, trying to rewrite past wrongs is far harder. You asked me if you would create a new tragedy if you failed. I told you there was no point speculating about that, but the real answer is, yes, you absolutely will.
That guy.
But at least you've got people here to help steer you away from the wrong path. So, just keep aiming towards the light.
I will. I promise.
All right, break time's over.
Hello? Durin speaking.
I skipped the do.
Hello, friends, it's me. What have you been up to, I'm detecting some unmistakable fluctuations here at the border. The amplitude isn't particularly high, but they're completely different signals from the ones before, and the scale is comparable to those I've detected previously.
Alice, we were unable to save that person. However, he appears to have retained a portion of the memories gained through that cycle, and was able to hold a conversation with us.
I see. Well, that is rather odd indeed. It definitely merits further attention. Could I trouble you to keep trying the same approach? I need to gather some more data. Counting on you. I should probably have Nicole come and check this out as well.
All right. Oh, we're done. Song of the Welcome Moon, Act 5 complete. Woo! Wait, but we haven't spoke to Nicole yet. Oh, here's speak to Nicole.
There you are. I was worried you might stop to collect treasure chests opened by the Seelie along the way. It would have taken you so much longer.
Okay,
to get
she is totally just like the devs, like nodding at the player community, right? Oh, I'll be afraid that you'd be out exploring, because that's what like the game is, right? There's like a story element and there's like an exploration element, and a lot of people put aside the story element to do a lot of exploration back in the day. I feel like they don't do that as much nowadays. Whenever there's big story things, it is not often accompanied by like a new map anymore. It's like the other way around. A new map might have a new story, but new stories might not often have a new map. What was I talking about? Ben, I had a little bit of brain fart there. But yeah, she's totally like talking about the player experience, not nodding at it, right?
Another conversation I cannot hear.
I am delighted to see that you understand what takes priority, and that your adventurer's instinct has not swayed your resolve. Really, I must applaud you for it. You should know.
Paimon's head.
Okay, I'll try and keep it short. My senses are telling me that this is where we shall find the entrance to the ruins.
Oh, cool! Well, what are we waiting for? Let's open it up and see!
We must charge it with energy first, and that will take another
This
6
is a
weeks.
sanctuary of great importance to the Hyperboreans. A special process is required to open the gate.
Oh, like the place that housed the Eternal Moon's Marrow?
Seems like the ancients were very fond of making tricky gate puzzles.
Okay, so what's the plan? Need us to do anything? And just the short version, if you can.
Ah, all right then. I was planning to start with some background on the invention of these techniques. Are you sure you don't want to hear it? It's quite informative.
I'm just looking at oh my goodness, actually. think they automatically started me on Act 6, which I'm a little bit... There's a lot of these little things is what makes me mad. Like, why are they doing this? I think this is the start of Act 6 because it's so different. The story shifts so much. And we did see a quest complete there, right? So, if I open up the browser again here... Bloop. So even though it says talk to Nicole here... this is actually just to make it... So, I click on this. And I click on the first one. It says go through the gate Nicole opened once you're ready, right? So this is the gate that we're talking about right now. So I think we started this, or maybe we're here, and when we regain control, the objective will change to this. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do if we regain control of the character, I think I'll probably just like wrap things up and end things there, and then we'll leave this for next time because we're almost already 3 hours in, and I don't want these streams to be like too dragged out. How do I hit this button? Yeah, okay, that's gone now. Oop.
Remember what you were saying about priorities?
Fine. Simply put, we need 3 human representatives to successfully undergo a process of Kuvaki resonance. Think of it as a test from the 3 moon goddesses to see if the entrants are qualified, with the most recognizable qualification being Kuvaki.
Pretty sure Lauma would ace that test. Oh, wait. But we need 3 people.
I also have no doubt that the Moon Chanter would be qualified, but we would need 2 other people with the same constitution. Therefore, the most feasible method is not so much to follow the rules, but to figure out how the test functions and find a workaround. I've done some research, and it turns out the mechanism is rather crude. We'll simply need humans to stand before it who have sufficient Kuvaki energy within them.
Wouldn't the Traveler have Kuvaki energy? Because she has a moon mirror inside her,
I'm with
right?
you so far. How do we get the Kuvaki in them?
The easiest way would be transfusion. Take some Kuvaki from Nod Krai's soil, put it into the bloodstream, and get it circulating in the body.
Is that how that works? Is it like metachlorians?
So we're going to cheat on the test?
Precisely. There are other methods, but this is the simplest one. Cheating the system is much easier than trying to hide from it.
Huh?
Sorry? Does the idea of cheating upset you, Miss Lauma?
It's not cheating, it's problem solving.
No, that's not it. I suddenly had an idea.
Oh, what is it?
It's about Moon Prayer Night. I figured out a way for Kutar to join in the festivities.
Huh?
But as Paimon said, we need to have our priorities straight. Let's get back to the test. I'll follow up with Nefer on the festival arrangements.
Oh, okay. Anyway, is this really the best method we have? A Kuvaki transfusion sounds dangerous, no matter how you slice it.
If you think that's dangerous, wait till you hear the other methods. I'd be more than happy to go through them if you'd like. There are several.
No need, we're good. Let's go with this one.
Very well. Kuvaki transfusion it is. Now, I should mention that the risks can be greater or lower depending on individual compatibility.
I guess the Traveler doesn't really know how to tap into the eternal mirror inside her, moon mirror. So maybe that's why. Well, but we can use... The Traveler knows how to use Kuvaki energy, though. But at the same time, she has to stand near one of those, like, energy sources, right?
It would be rash to simply infuse the Kuvaki and hope for the best. If the body rejects it, the reaction can be quite severe. The symptoms are similar to another condition that some people living here suffer from, known as congenital Kuvaki sensitivity.
I remember this being talked about, but I don't remember what it did.
So, before we execute our plan, I will perform a simple test of my own to see who is compatible and who is not.
Oh, it was a little girl, and the mom who refused to bring her to an actual doctor. I remember. Oh, that story was a bit frustrating, too.
Once that is done, we will have to complete the resonance process as rapidly as possible. The participants must remain stationary while the Kuvaki circulates and bonds with them, and they mustn't eat or drink anything.
Oh, okay, Paimon's out on this one for sure.
No eating or drinking?
She's like, I'm out.
That's some hardcore fasting. They'll all be monks by the time they're through.
How long will they have to keep that up?
3 days.
Holy moly.
Oh, that's so long! And we still need to find 2 more people who are not just compatible, but also willing to volunteer.
Volunteer to not eat for 3 days? That sounds like torture.
Fasting? What are they talking about?
I'm willing to volunteer, huh?
Really? Don't you want to think this through?
Haha, count me in too. 3 days without food? I can handle that. Miss Nicole has made it clear that this is the easiest way. The way I see it, there's nothing else to discuss.
This is the
It's
way.
time to step up.
Compared to having Columbina disappeared completely, fasting for a few days is nothing. ...
Yeah, you're right. In that case, Paimon volunteers to be captain of logistics. She'll keep the fires lit and grab some spare clothes to keep you comfortable.
Good work, Paimo.
Then we'll start with you first, traveler. Please step forward.
Bing.
How's it going? Do you feel anything?
Nope, Baroonies.
How about now?
Nope.
And now?
Still nothing. Ha! Yeah!
What about now?
Nothing at all. Did you do something?
You guys, it's not a competition, you know.
All right, I'm officially impressed.
Oh, she
Even
knows
as
we're a descender.
You can withstand far more than I imagined.
Because I have what people call plot armor, huh?
It's like I summoned a giant stone titan to arm wrestle you, and your arm hasn't even moved an inch. In my last attempt, I infused 5 times the amount of Kuvaki required.
That much? So she can just do this herself then?
Yes.
Because we only need 3, right?
Compatibility won't be an issue for you. You're eligible to join. You're next, Mr. Varka.
He's gonna be like, oh, it hurts so much.
Sure, here
I
goes
only
nothing.
did 2%.
All right. I'll start where we left off. 5 times the required Kuvaki dose.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
His
hey,
face.
hey, wait a minute.
Ooh, I feel some things in my crotch area.
How's it going?
Ooh, no, not great. I kind of want to puke. Feels like I've been drinking too much. A few bottles of wine, then a big stein of Dark Horse, with some hard liquor from Liyue mixed in. You think this is funny? I just lost to a young lady in an arm wrestling contest. I'm never gonna live that down.
My apologies. I'll lower the concentration and try again.
Oh.
How's it going now?
I'm not as dizzy as last time, but I can still feel it pulsing around.
In that case, you wouldn't be an ideal choice, Mr. Varka. Let's try someone else.
Try Paimo.
Okay. Let's go ask some of our other friends then.
And then we asked some of our other friends. Wow, this cutscene is a lot longer than I thought it'd be.
No surprises here, Miss Moonchanter. You're perfectly compatible. You may join.
Ooh, Nefer. Oh no, Nefer.
I'm getting a slight headache.
Oh, great. That's awesome. Oh, that means she's not going to be here, right?
Shame. You were so close.
You hold her.
Whoa!
Her face.
Itching all over! Allergic reaction. We can't have that.
It's I know.
Well, are you gonna start a what?
Her voice actress is like really good. She does a really good job for this
The
character.
Hexenzirkel is an organization that cares for and protects children. We will not have them do dangerous things. Not even tests.
Don't worry, Miss Nicole. I'm really strong, you know. No, she's a robot.
Is something the matter?
I have a Kuvaki storage unit inside my torso.
The candidates have to be human.
Oh, gosh darn it. I forgot about that part. My Kuvaki storage unit is also the oven I use to bake crumb kakes.
I guess that rules me out too.
Oh no, he's just not gonna volunteer it. He's like, I don't want to do it because I'll give his status. So well, not status, his like origins away, right?
Huh. Everyone except the Moonchander got beaten. Guess I don't need to feel so bad after all. I mean, looks like this isn't gonna be as easy as we thought.
Perhaps I could ask for volunteers among the Frost Moon Scions.
I'll see about talking to some trusted Lightkeeper colleagues. Itlua springs to mind.
Just hit 3-hour mark. I was hoping this was just gonna wrap things up really quick, but they led us into a whole new section. I really hate it when the story does this.
Can you give me the scientific explanation for how the test works? I can probably make some kind of test bot. Then we can just zip through Nasha Town, going up to people and pressing a button to check their status.
She goes around pressing buttons and people just like vomits like instant, like, are you ready? Boop. He's like, oh nope, not you. How about you? Boop. And he's like, it's like, oh no, we're just like going around making everyone feel sick.
No.
Wow, no elaboration for once.
How about I contact the Knights of Favonia's garrison in the Wave Chaser plane? Shame that Lohan's already left. And that guy's even tougher than I am.
Strange. The moon goddess is clearly revered by many people. So why is she on the brink of disappearing?
Because she doesn't believe in herself.
She mentioned that the world has rejected her from the very beginning.
And when we fought the Reikir of Solnari, it seemed like she exhausted her power for our sake.
Also, Paimon's not sure revered is the right word for how people feel about her.
Gratitude, certainly. For my part, anyway.
It's basic reciprocity. She helped us, so she deserves our help in return.
Yeah. Even though she looked like she didn't care, she still saved a ton of people, including me.
A review of the relevant data leads me to conclude that Miss Columbina is a good person.
Yep, you bet!
They really think so?
I'm super surprised that Columbina isn't her actual name, though. I think it really suits her. It's light and graceful and... yeah, just a really pretty name.
I know, right?
I know, right? She's talking about her own name.
That's not our decision to make.
Columbina. That was the code name the Fatui gave me. But it also came up in the song I heard when I was born. But... is that really all there is to it? What do I truly think of my own name? Is there anyone left who will still call me by that name?
Call me Baby Yoda. I guess we didn't know Baby Yoda's name until like later in the season, right? Like the last few episodes. I don't know, the next season. Baby Grogu. She told me to pick whichever name took my fancy. Why did I pick Columbina? Maybe because I felt that she never wanted to become Kutar and be worshipped as a god.
Moon Prayer Night is getting closer by the day. We're running out of time. We need to look for other candidates.
Then allow me to try.
She has a moon marrow in her too, so she would probably have the same effect as us, right?
Huh? What are you doing here?
You contacted your friends via the Adventurers Guild. Sandrone has been keeping an eye out for something like that, so she informed me.
Sandrone is essentially like the boss, the CEO of the Adventurers Guild or something like that, right?
Since I have the ability to accommodate a moon marrow, I should prove to be a suitable candidate.
Arlecchino.
When can we begin?
I see. We can begin right away.
She's like, ooh, ooh, ew. It feels pretty good. Do it again.
How was it? Did you feel any discomfort?
Not at all.
Wait, had these two met before? She just kind of appeared, and then Nicole's like, oh, okay, it's another one of Traveler's friends, I
then
guess.
It seems we shan't need to look for additional candidates after all.
Great! Cool. All right, like Paimon said, the rest of us can take turns making sure the three of them stay warm and comfy.
This whole thing, this whole story plot line here is so, like, contrived. Why did they not think of these two immediately when this person brought up that you need three? Like, the three people, needing three people to open this gate or whatever was a little bit contrived too, to begin with. But if we just kind of, like, hold that equal, I guess. I don't know what the phrasing is. Like, we'll just go with it. Why would these two not be the immediate two people you think of and like try it on so many people? Is this just an excuse to like get all these people back in the story briefly just so you don't forget them? Like, of course the Eternal Marrow and the Iridescent Moon Marrow are the two people that will probably be the one who's most qualified to open this moon gate thing, right?
Then my job is to take care of the caretakers. I will ensure everyone receives food and accommodation.
Let's do it. We're supposed to be fasting, so unfortunately, food is out of the question. Don't tempt us. It's really hard to it's actually really hard to fast. Your body like makes all these, your mind makes all these excuses, and goes like, you should just eat something, man. You could be dying right now. You could be not getting enough of certain nutrients, and then you'll die. And then you're like, maybe I should just eat something. And then your stomach and gut area just feels like really hungry, the hunger, the starvation, and it like messes with your brain. It actually takes a lot of willpower, I feel like, to like sustain a long fast, especially like 3 days. Oh my goodness. Let's do this. No time to waste.
I'm ready as well.
Wing! They had to stand there for 3 days? Holy moly. Oh, Paimon, she has to sleep on the cold ground. And Columbina as well. At least put a blanket or something underneath her. 3 days later. Are we falling asleep? Hi, Mo.
The work is done. The sacred scroll shut. The stars grow dim, the people silent. The white sun sets, the silver moon rises. O path to the temple, appear now before us.
Doodle-doo-doodle-doo.
Wow! It really opened!
So that's what all this is about. They've been trying to open this gate.
Come, let us enter.
Wait. Not yet.
It
Next
might be
time.
best to eat something first. Take care to chew properly and swallow slowly.
Oh,
it will give
I
your
know.
body time to readjust to the digestion process.
I know, I'm Paimon.
They will head in soon. They will need to enter this gate.
Is she gonna go in right now? Zoop.
Huh? I cannot pass through. Is it because I have no physical body? It has been 3 days. My strength is all but completely faded.
Oh, we're still in this cutscene. We're still in this cutscene. Oh my god. Like, I think if I was fresh, yeah, this is started now. Okay, I think if I was fresh, I'd be kind of okay with this. But it's like been 3 hours, and it's just like at some point, like you need to take a break, right? But I don't know. I guess this is also like an issue of being a live streamer, trying to live stream this. It's really hard to like kind of figure out time with these kinds of things. I try my best by looking at the browser and seeing like what kinds of like how many objectives and stuff. Maybe I can gauge it, but I don't know. Sometimes they really need to like make those like cutscenes that you can't really get out of. They need to make those shorter and more concise. Because I think that cutscene was like half an hour there. At around there, I think that entire cutscene. Like, and I didn't even talk that much throughout that cutscene either this time around. So it was like mostly a bunch of busy work in that cutscene that really didn't amount to anything. It was just us wanting to open this gate, and then we went around this like big thing to get all these like characters involved when really we didn't need that, and make this whole thing. I guess they're trying to bring up the point that there's a lot of people who would like put in effort to help Columbina, and it's like they wanted to have that story beat where all these people are like volunteering to help Columbina. But why is she, if she has all these people who are worshiping her and stuff, that's like where her power comes from or something like that. And if that exists, why is she still so weak? And then they had to explain that, oh yeah, she got into a fight, she expelled a lot of powers, and also the rest of Teyvat apparently has rejected her, which we were just supposed to believe. But yeah, we are not going to go through that gate. We are going to leave that there. As long as I don't come into here, I guess. Actually, how do I even come into here? Okay. Let's talk to these guys, actually.
I have confirmed that you are all in good health. With that, my work is now complete.
Inefa and I
Congratulations are in order.
Inefa and I know is like a bright spot in this story so far. Their interactions, their character, and some of the stories, they're like not like super big world-ending threats and stuff kind of stories. They're like very small in scope, which is a lot. I like that a lot more. It's like a breath of fresh air, and the voice actors do a really good job portraying the characters, I think.
It's good to know you're all well. Puts me at ease.
Oh, I thought that was a scabbard, but no, it's just a random strap. What was this strap even for? But yeah, that's where his vision is on. Okay, I need to figure out where we are right now. Okay, so there's a little hole here apparently that will take us into here. Is there a way to drop in from above at all? Oh, I can drop in from up there. So if I teleport up here. Wait. Ah, okay, yeah, I just drop in from here to get back to the story. Okay, so as long as I don't come into here, I don't think I'll trigger anything. So we can leave that. Oh wait, I had the browser up. Damn it. Oops. I guess I'm so like impatient now that I'm starting to like not dot my T's or slash my T's and dot my I's. But anyways, there really wasn't too much being shown on screen anyway. It was just that conversation, or not a little bit of a dialogue with Inefa and just a little like small sentence out of them. And then yeah, I came up here just to see that I can just jump back down from in this hole to get to the story. But yeah, I'm just gonna get out of here just so I don't somehow accidentally trigger the story. But yeah, high highs and low lows in this story, I think. The Fatui stuff, Harbinger stuff was really good. Furthering the moon stuff was kind of good, but the phantoms and stuff has and the time travel stuff is a little bit on the or not but yikes, yabai side. Like I don't know how this is gonna go. Alice was a kind of a bright spot. seeing her finally. Nicole was kind of cool, I guess. Nicole, I think potentially has a lot going for her, because it seems like they're going for her being like kind of sort of fourth wall breaky. She's like a developer essentially, and she's like, in some ways I feel like they're trying to communicate a certain like aspect in her character where she knows, or at least maybe she's like what the developers are talking through, the character that the developers are talking through. So like some of her characteristics is like an allegory, was that the right word, on like what's happening in real life between like Hoyoverse as a company and the games, the community, the players, and their critiques. So that, I think that's pretty cool. If that's what they're going for, that's what I'm seeing. That's how I'm interpreting a lot of the things she's saying. I don't know if that's exactly what they're going for, but at least that's something I've kind of picked up on. So if that's actually what they're doing, and you're going to see more of that kind of like tongue-in-cheek stuff going forward, I think Nicole will be a really fun character. And if she's ever in any other future stories. But yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm still looking forward to seeing how this all wraps up. So in the next one, we will be going into this. Was a melting moonlight in the morning mist. Apparently we're going to a gate. So we're going to be taken away from this tape. Maybe we'll be going into a domain of some kind. I don't know. But we'll have to see. We'll stick around. Stick around for next time, I guess. But yeah.
Many insects have a compulsion.
I think I'm gonna just go now. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one. We will go do more Genshin Impact in the next one. What did I have here? Oh, I finished this. Woo! Yeah, and it goes to the next one. Woo! And now that Alice has, and maybe even Nicole, they both seem like really cool characters. And Columbina is probably not going to be a character. I'm like, should I pull on Durin? I've saved up a good amount of this. I have not pulled at all. Actually, I pulled some permanent banner pulls like off screen. I didn't even record it or anything because I felt like it's probably not too interesting of a thing. The gimmick of like watching polls is kind of like lost on me now, so I don't feel the need to like put out content where I'm just pulling on banners anymore. But I do feel like if I decide, I'm still on the fence. I don't know if I want to pull on him yet. Yehoda's part of this. I like her character, but her gameplay kit, her combat kit, I don't really like too much. So I don't know how hard I'll try to pull for these two. But Durin is like really strong, it feels like, and his like the way he combos and stuff is really good. How his like elemental skill combos into his like other elemental skill or normal attack and whatnot. So I'm gonna have to think about this. I also want to keep just accumulating. So for Alice, like right now, this Primogem amount can force 2 pities in the worst case. So I think I have 180 pulls here. So even if I lost pity, I still have enough to get to the next pity to guarantee a banner character. So if I just keep building up, then I can like guarantee the characters I want more, right? And I'm on a fence with him, so he's not like a character I want really badly, unlike Alice, or like if there was a Chlorinde like rerun or something, I would probably want that instead. So yeah, I'm still on the fence on him. Okay. I don't know why my ping shot up like crazy just now. That's kind of scary. But yeah, that's all I have for you for today. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. We will do more Genshin Impact, and after, I guess there'll probably be 2 more streams, because I think there's also 2 parts to this quest as well. Actually, no, there was 3, right? Yeah, there's 3. Okay. It might be a while, but I do want to get into Guild Wars. Reforged came out. They have controller support, so I want to try that out, see how that plays too. I want to do that on stream. Oh man, I'm really excited for Eye of the North with a controller with Reforged. Anyway, I guess that's the stuff that I'm looking forward to doing. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go now. I said that a bunch of times, so Bye bye. Bye bye.